weekend of the year, the first weekend of the playoffs. The Super Bowl stretch drive is on, and as the calendar turns, NFL greats reach for that elusive ring. Those younger came tantalizingly close just a year ago. For a coach who knows Super Bowl success, the appetite's even greater, while a first-year leader seeks confirmation. Welcome to Foxborough in the AFC Wild Card playoffs as division rivals Miami and New England play out their Super Bowl dreams. And hello, everyone, and welcome to Foxborough and a sellout of 60,000. Traditionally, good teams make the playoffs running the football. Not the case here today.
Well, both of these teams today, they're terrible at running the football. Yesterday, we had a chance to talk to Jimmy Johnson, very bothered by the fact that his team just can't run the ball. But the big problem for him today, got to protect this quarterback, Dan Marino. That's how they win, throwing the football. Drew Bledsoe, we talked about him and their bad running game. Curtis Martin out for the game. He says it didn't bother him. He likes it when the game is on his shoulders. They're going to win or lose according to how he throws the football.
Well, the Patriots escaped with a 14-12 win on Monday night to win their second consecutive AFC Eastern Division title. They've earned this crowd support and the cold weather.
Yeah, the average fan would think the Miami Dolphins don't have a chance to win this football game. After all, think about it. They already lost twice to New England this year. And the other thing is they have not won a road playoff game since 1972. When you put all those factors together, you know, and then look at the film, not so. Up here, the Miami Dolphins only lost by 3. Down there a week ago, they only lost by 2. They beat them. Miami beat New England physically up and down the field. And there's one other factor we have to think about. Jimmy Johnson has won his last 6 playoff games in a row.
Well, here in Foxborough, the fanatics are ready. Christmas may be over, but not all of the ornaments are in the attic. We'll be back with the opening kickoff.
Jim Gray, 25 blitzes resulting in 4 sacks of Dan Marino by New England last week. Quite a problem for Jimmy Johnson, and Jimmy tells us that they have stolen the Patriots, all of your hand signals and your audible calls. How big a problem is that for you today, and what will you do to combat it?
Well, it is a problem, but, you know, if we can stay out of the long yardage situations, then it really wouldn't be a bad problem. We've got to run the football, and we've got to be able to move it and stay out of the long 3rd and 10 situations.
Kind of takes away a lot of the chess game, though, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, it's a problem, but that just goes on all the time. You know, we just got to deal with it. We'll have some fake audibles on and on, but that kind of throws us out of rhythm.
Now, you have been angry all week. Your demeanor has been one of disappointment and anger. What's the demeanor of your team today?
Well, yeah, I think they're ready to play. They understand what's at stake, and we've had good practices, so I think we'll have a heck of a ball game.
Jim, good luck.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, let's send it back upstairs now to Dick Enberg.
All right, Jim Gray. Dan Marino, in his 2 starts against New England this year, has thrown 104 passes, only 1 touchdown. This is a man that has a touchdown pass every 12 throws. Only 1 in 104 against New England. As you know, 2 of his passes were returned for touchdowns a month ago here in Foxborough by Patriot defenders. New England won the toss. Orlando Mari will kick it off. Derek Cullors is the solo return man. No, there's Dave Meggett in the shadows as well down on the goal line. It comes down to Cullors at the 10. Cullors traverses the field and runs into a solid shoulder tackle from Sean Wooden. Here are the New England Patriots and quarterback Drew Bledsoe. Bledsoe, 60%, one of 5 quarterbacks in the league. 60% or better this year, led, of course, by Steve Young of San Francisco. The men who will protect him: Armstrong, the Pro Bowler, Lane, Williball, Rucci, and Moss. It's Derek Cullors for Curtis Martin. Sam Gash is the blocker. Terry Glenn, they say, is finally healthy. Sean Jefferson and Ben Coates, who led the team in catches with 66 on his way to another Pro Bowl. From the 27, fake to Cullors, roll by Bledsoe. Coates with a catch and a gain of a couple. Calvin Jackson from his safety spot made the quick hit. Here are the men in the white jerseys from Miami: Trace Armstrong, Tim Bowens, Daryl Gardner, 2 big young men inside. Jason Taylor, the rookie defensive end. Harris, Zach Thomas led in tackles again. Hollier makes the start today. Outside backer Buckley, and Bledsoe said, I worry about him. He gambles. He's so unpredictable. Sam Madison is the other corner with Jackson and Wooden at safety. Buckley also leading his team in interceptions with 4. On second down, Bledsoe fires complete. Coates again, and and he's near a first down at the 37-yard line. Sean Wooden and Zach Thomas team up on the tackle.
Well, something new for the Miami Dolphins is in this game. They usually play very conservative on defense. What's Zach Thomas, number 54? He's on the blitz. He's picked up by the center. He sees Bledsoe. He sees him throw the ball. Good hustle, goes down the field, gets the tackle on Ben Coates.
Look at Ben Coates. He just goes out into the flat. He makes a good catch. I'll tell you, this is great hustle by Ben Coates to get the first down. He sees it. But you're right, Zach Thomas on a blitz and then back in making a tackle. That's hustle.
First down at the 37. Glenn in motion. Bledsoe hands off to Colors, and Colors struggles to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, when you look at this Miami offense, the last couple weeks, they've been terrible running the football. That's one of the reasons why this offense has struggled. They got to win or lose according to how, the Patriots offense, how they're going to win this game. They got to protect Drew Bledsoe, and he's got to throw the ball well.
Well, I think it's futile trying to run a play-action pass against Miami. They know you're not going to run the football, so why do that? Miami Dolphins plays a base defense. They stay in it. They just execute.
Bledsoe sends Glenn left and Sean Jefferson right. 2nd and a long 7. Coates in motion. He's sat incomplete as he tries to hit Colors out of the backfield. Jason Taylor, the defensive end, had his hands up, might have gotten a piece of it.
Isn't it interesting, though? Terry Glenn is in the football game now. And the big deal about him is he's going to start and be able to run. And then Jimmy Johnson, what he told us last week about he was in the game for half a game.
He says, I don't care. We don't change our defense. It's a base defense, like you said, Paul. They don't make adjustments usually for wide receivers or people like that. They're good at just playing what they know, and it makes it easy for the defense. The adjustments are easy.
He said, I didn't even know he was in there.
Glenn with 90 catches as a rookie a year ago out of Ohio State. Dave Meggett in the backfield with Bledsoe. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up well, and Bledsoe fires complete. And then the ball free. Is it a fumble? The ruling is fumble. Was it recovered in bounds is the next call. And now they're waving it off.
Never got possession of the ball.
Incomplete pass. 4th down.
So 4th down, punting team comes on.
Well, the one thing, if I was the Miami Dolphins, I would not blitz Drew Bledsoe. They do a good job of picking it up. You can see Terry Glenn going across the middle. He's open. Bledsoe puts the ball in. Good play by Terrell Buckley, stripping the ball before Terry Glenn can get possession of it.
Wow, that looked like a catch.
It sure did.
Tom Tupa to punt, 2nd in the league with an average of nearly 46. Terrell Buckley back at the 15. Line drive. Buckley, plenty of time from the 16, 25, and to the 27-yard line. So Marino and Miami has their first opportunity to move on offense. Teddy Bruschi made the tackle, catch or fumble. The game has been the case in the playoffs already yesterday and even last weekend. Controversial.
On NBC is brought to you by Budweiser, Beechwood aged for a crisp, clean, classic taste. By Jeep, makers of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and Wrangler. By American Express, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, American Express helps you do more. And by IBM, solutions for a small planet.
Welcome back. Dolphins first possession. Here are their starters: Webb, Bucky, Ruddy, McIver, and Brown. They didn't have a single player make the Pro Bowl this year. Marino, the quarterback. Parmalee starts. That's a story. Pritchard, the blocker. Thomas and O.J. McDuffie outside, and Troy Drayton, the tight end. This is Parmalee, and he bowls his way for about 5 to the 33. Let's get into Bernie Parmalee. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who leads the league with 16 touchdown scores, not starting because he doesn't pick up the blitz as well. Parmalee, a better all-around back. Here the defense for the Patriots: Sullivan, Wheeler, Thomas, and McGinnis. The front four. Slade, a Pro Bowler, had led the team in sacks with 9. Johnson and Collins, Law and Hitchcock, Malloy and Clay, 4 young, very talented defensive backs. 2nd and 5. Tight end Drayton in motion. Again, it's to Pritchett, the fullback, and the Patriots all over it. Collins and Johnson collaborate on the tackle, a 2-yard loss.
Well, Ted Johnson was such a big factor in Monday night's game. He did a good job of blitzing, something he very seldom does. But what he really does best, stop the run. He's a big linebacker, good instincts. Good run in the open field, makes the tackle.
Well, he is in his 3rd year from Colorado and voted by his teammates as the defensive captain. In essence, they're saying, you're our most valuable defensive player this year to Johnson. 3rd down and 7.
Well, here we go, the first 3rd down situation where the New England Patriots blitz.
Yes, Johnson coming from the outside. Marino throws wide open. Over the middle is Brett Perriman, and Perriman with a first down at the 43-yard line. A 13-yard play. Bruschi made the tackle.
Well, that time New England just brought 4 rushers. Dan Marino hangs in the pocket, gives his receiver time to get open down the field. Brett Perriman comes underneath. No defenders in there. Good throw by Dan Marino.
The point you were making yesterday in the meeting about Marino, though, is if you don't rush him and put heat on, Dan Marino's going to kill you. And standing back there, he'll pick out the open receiver.
First down at the Miami 44. McDuffie in motion. Hartley smothered in the backfield. Mark Wheeler led the charge, the defensive tackle from Texas A&M.
Well, this Miami offense, again, just like New England, it's struggled lately. One of the big reasons why they just cannot run the football. Look at their last 24 drives. Only 1 touchdown, 3 turnovers. When you don't run the football, you get in known situations, and the defense can take advantage of it.
The other thing about the defense is very simple for New England. They know they have to blitz. They blitzed them, 20-some times last week. They're going to do it. They're going to have to do it to beat them this week.
So far, the Dolphins rushing 3 carries for a total of -1. Marino on 2nd down. Guns it to O.J. McDuffie. Does he hang on? Flags fly. It's ruled no catch. Now we'll check the penalty. Ty Law covering McDuffie, the leading Miami receiver with 76 grabs this year.
Looks like holding on Ty Law.
Holding. Number 24, the defense. 5 yards. Automatic first down.
Referee Jerry Austin concurs, and it's a first down for Miami near midfield.
Well, Ty Law is out there one-on-one on O.J. McDuffie. Now, here's what they call. See, there's the holding. This is not pass interference. Holding penalty is a 5-yard penalty. What a play by O.J. McDuffie to get down the ball.
What sweet hands.
Oh,
no wonder he was an outstanding baseball player as a kid. Played at Penn State for Joe Paterno. He's the #1 target for Marino. Parmalee finds a small opening and fights to the 50-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 5. Mark Wheeler in on another tackle with plenty of company.
Phil, the one thing about a team that blitzes, when you look at the films of New England blitzing, and every blitzing team, if you're going to sacrifice yourself to do that, you have to maintain your lanes. Each guy has got to get to a hole, because if they pop any kind of a run, once you get into secondary, you're gone.
Well, New England usually plays zone defense behind the blitz, so they're able to see the runner so they can come up and make those tackles.
2nd and 5. Pritchett starts in motion, resets. Tackle for a couple to the New England 48. First invasion of enemy territory in the game as we've moved on the clock to under the 9-minute mark.
Here's what I'm talking about. Watch along the line of scrimmage. Now watch, Ted Johnson is going to be number 52, is going to get up into the hole. But we'll look at everybody has got a man to take, and then they just wipe it out. Everybody has to be in a particular slot.
3rd down and 3. And the Patriots, no touchdowns allowed in the opening quarter down the stretch. Marino shotgun. McDuffie in motion. Only a 3-man rush to throw in, complete to McDuffie. Teddy Bruschi covering. So with all the blitz talk, that time Patriots kept 8 men back on pass defense.
Well, it only makes sense they're going to keep extra defenders back. Chris Canty, a little defensive back, comes. But the one thing they're trying to do, they want to stop Miami's short passing game on 3rd and 3 and 4. Dan Marino that time just threw the ball too hard.
Super Dave Meggett, the veteran from Towson State, inside the 10. He has led the Patriots into the playoffs. Been brilliant the last 4 games. Key kick returns, key catches, key runs. John Kidd's dying spiral hits at the 8. And well covered by Miami inside the 5-yard line. Corey Harris makes the play. Foxborough Stadium, the wild card playoff. No score, 8 left in the opening quarter.
Network of the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on NBC.
The offensive brain trust with Marino, the quarterback, talking with offensive coordinator Gary Stevens. We'll get into that more later, but Jimmy Johnson has not been happy with the offensive system. He says changes will have to be made. From the end zone, the handoff, and it goes to Derek Cullors. Gets a couple to the 5-yard line. Jason Taylor and Daryl Gardner in on the tackle.
Jason Taylor, defensive end for the Miami Dolphins. What he relies on, number 99 on the outside, he relies on his speed, makes a decision, good job, stays low, and makes the tackle in the backfield.
Head coach goes in motion, but he doesn't go far enough in motion to be able to block Taylor.
Second down.
Miami running 5 times, passing twice. New England 2-4 with the passes. They're the 26th in the league rushing. Are the Patriots. Miami's 29th. Play action from his end zone. The throw complete as Lovett Purnell, who caught only 5 passes all year, makes the catch after maybe a 3-yard gain. Anthony Harris, the tackler.
Down here, Philly only had one wide receiver out on the play.
Well, they had a couple of tight ends. Well, they're trying to make Miami think, hey, we are going to run the ball. Miami goes, no, you're not. and I think it's very tough. Even though Drew Bledsoe said, I like the game to be on my shoulders, throw the football. It's cold out today. It's a little wind going. It can't be that easy for a quarterback to continually throw the football down the field.
Dave Meggett in the backfield behind Bledsoe on 3rd and 4. Meggett into the pattern. Dump off to Coates, the tight end. And the big man has the first down out to the 18. Zach Thomas, the tackler.
Well, the one guy Jimmy Johnson really worries about in his Patriot offense is Ben Coates. Look at him over here. He's protecting the quarterback because they're down near the goal line. Nobody open downfield. They give it to the big guy and has a good move down the field. But not only do they have a hard time covering, but when he runs the ball, once he catches it, he's so big. Small defensive backs, they have a hard time tackling him.
First down at the 17. Give it to Cullors. He has 11 yards. Cullors, the second-year man from Murray State, undrafted a year ago, made the Baltimore practice squad and then picked up by Bill Parcells here in New England.
Well, this is some excellent blocking now by the offensive line. They get upfield. Zach Crockett Thomas gets stuck inside. And when you look at this run, explain this to me. When coaches say to us, we do it for rhythm. We want to run the ball for rhythm. After this play,
3 carries, 15 yards for Cullors. Meggett replaces him, and it's Meggett with the ball, getting to the 30-yard line and nudging it to the 31. Taylor and Bowens, the tacklers.
So the coaches say to us, we like to run for rhythm. What does that mean?
Well, Pete Carroll says that. Just really, Paul, what he's trying to say, keep the team in the flow, keep the offensive linemen, try to keep them aggressive. So if you do have to run the ball, but most of all, to keep the defense, to make them at least think there is a chance you're going to run the football.
It's interesting this year, Barry Sanders with over 2,000 yards outrushed every team but 4.
Well, Dick, I was telling you earlier, most teams, their goal before the season to see if you can rush for 2,000 total yards as a football team.
The screen to Meggett does not work as Anthony Harris was waiting there to greet him.
Well, the Miami Dolphin defense, 2 things I think it's hard to do. Throw little screen plays and run outside because of the speed of their defense.
And the speed of their linebackers.
That's right. Even if you get fooled on screen plays, the speed of the linebackers and the defensive lineman, Anthony Harris, good job of recognizing the play, coming up and making the tackle.
And a loss of 3 on the play, back to the Patriots' 28-yard line. 3rd down, 11. Zach Thomas comes on the blitz. They pick that up, and Bledsoe going long for Terry Glenn. Incomplete, and no flag yet. Fans are screaming for one. Glenn bumped downfield by Sam Madison.
You're talking about getting knocked off of stride. Madison, number 29 on Glenn. Here they go. Glenn Madison already knows now. He's running a straight down the field. And look at this. They're just both really going for the ball. That, if you're going to call contact on anyone, I would call it on the offensive player, Terry Glenn, not on the defensive player.
Sam Madison in perfect position the whole time on the play.
O.J. McDuffie back as Tom Tupa to punt. Another line drive into the wind. See how quickly it died. McDuffie to the 30, 35, and out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So O.J. McDuffie getting some extra work. Returning kicks.
Epic event with no special effects. The Lexus Challenge hosted by Raymond Floyd. Next.
To MSNBCSports.com. All the news and notes from the playoffs. Miami's ball at the 37-yard line. No score late in the opening quarter. Second possession for Marino. And the handoff to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who sprints into the clear and drives to the Patriots' 48-yard line. Chris Slade got him after a 15-yard gain.
Well, Miami having a little success running the football. They straight ahead, just trying to overpower the front of the New England Patriots defense. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, once he gets through there, good job, straight ahead running, then makes a good move on their safeties to make that extra yardage. And Ted Johnson, the linebacker for the New England Patriots, told us yesterday Kareem has a lot of moves, tough to bring down once he gets in the open field.
There's his numbers on the year, just shy of 900 yards, but only a 3.2 average. Back to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's to the 44-yard line, a pickup of 4. Johnson, another tackle.
But a good illustration of running forward with power and conviction. Watch number 52, Ted Johnson, comes up to stop the run. Boom. Good blocking by the right guard, McIver. Running back hits him hard, takes him down.
Well, when you take a look at here's what a linebacker has to do. You have to take on the guard first, then find the ball clear, and then make the tackle. That's an excellent play.
Abdul-Jabbar, number 33, long-time Tony Dorsett fan. He's worn that number 33 since junior high school.
Dan Marino's checking off. Now the Patriots changed their defense.
And Marino forced to spend a timeout. On 2nd and 7, 2:23 left in the opening quarter. You're watching the NFL on NBC.
Watch Dan Marino. He's checking off. New England's going to blitz. New England says, well, we know you're checking off. Ted Johnson calls a different defense. Dan Marino has to call a timeout.
Well, there's the culprit, Keith Byers, who was with Miami, came up here last year. He's told his teammates the Miami signals and all their audibles, and they've learned their lessons now. The quick throw over the middle, complete to the 39 to O.J. McDuffie, close to a first down, about a half-yard shy.
Boy, this just shows you. You talk about soft hands and O.J. McDuffie. That's incredible.
And, you know, one of the reasons why you have to blitz Dan Marino if you want to get to him, look at this pass. Even though it's a short pass, he sees the defense, 1.7. That's about as long as he would ever hold the football in a pass that way.
Drayton and Perry, the two tight ends, joined by big Roosevelt Potts and Abdul-Jabbar on 3rd and a yard. Abdul-Jabbar, and he's stopped, but it appears, depending on the spot, going to be a tough spot as Henry Thomas, with a good hit, catches Abdul-Jabbar at full speed and stops him cold.
You know, this drive really reminds me so much of the Miami year and how their offense has really worked. They have to put together so many good plays to get scoring drives, and 3rd and short, when the defense knows you're going to run it, they're not able to overpower them.
And the official on the far side had it marked for a first down and then eased his way
He's
back.
short. He's short because you had to get to the 38-yard line, and they're not at the 38-yard line.
Oh, at the 38.5, Jimmy Johnson says go for it. You saw the graphic earlier. They tried in that first quarter to go for it and missed on 4 occasions this year. But he has had overall reasonable success.
Well, what's surprising about it, you had 3rd down in about a yard. You picked up a half a yard is all you got.
And this crowd trying to make it as difficult as possible as Marino brings them out of the yard. Abdul-Jabbar. It's going to be close. Toppled right at the yardsticks, and this will require another measurement.
Again, he has to get the ball to the 38-yard line. And I'll tell you, he went down like a shot. I mean, it was unbelievable how fast he went down. This is not a first down because that ball has not touched the 38-yard line. Boy, am I on the limb now, huh?
Yeah, you are, because the official marker is on this side, not the other side.
It is the Patriots ball. The season-long frustration of that man, Jimmy Johnson. 2 shots needed, only 1 yard for a first down, and the running game would not produce.
Watch the defense of the Patriots. It slants towards the hole to the left. It's the strong side. Miami had more players to the left. The Patriots say that's where they're going to run. They were right.
Lawyer Malloy did a great job on the corner to deny his blocker and force the play.
He really did. And Todd Collins was the guy that was blocked, but he was underneath, and he's cut the legs out.
So the Patriots twice see Miami with the ball, twice the Dolphins in New England territory, but they come away empty. 1:09 left in the opening quarter. From the 38, play action, Bledsoe stumbles and is able to scramble for a couple out to the 42. Daryl Gardner in pursuit makes the tackle.
You know, we talked to this guy yesterday, Zach Thomas, and the guy's a kick, and he watches motion. He says when they motion to one side and they get, and here's Bledsoe back to throw. He has nobody open, so he's going to run with the football. Picks up about almost 4 yards. But Zach Thomas, he told us yesterday, he said when they go in motion, they're going to go to that side. So he cheats a little bit.
2 things, Paul. They always play action to the right, and he says they throw most of their passes to the right. So formations tells me a lot. He said as a defender, I know where to run to.
2nd and 6, and it's Derek Cullors for a first down as the Patriots on what appears to be the final play of the opening quarter make their first visit in Miami territory.
Boy, Dave Wollabaugh, the center for New England, just put Zach Thomas on his back. Look at this hole here for Cullors up the middle. I mean, this is an excellent run, and Zach Thomas really got wiped out. Dave Wollabaugh, number 64, the center. Watch this contact. He hits, he stays, he hits, he drives, and then watch this, down.
And this wild card battle in Foxborough, as close as the previous 2 games. After 15 minutes, no score. Grace Armstrong finally muscles him down. Armstrong, who led the Dolphins with 5.5 sacks this year.
Well, New England, they've been throwing a lot of play-action passes on first down. Look at the blitz by the Miami Dolphins. They time it perfectly. It catches New England by surprise, and Trace Armstrong comes in unblocked.
What I'm looking at is Howes Moss, who's a tackle, number 77. You always say you block man on man.
Trace Armstrong, who was drafted by the Bears in the first round back in 1989, had 12 sacks a year ago to lead Miami, 5.5 this year. That's still good enough to lead the team. Big play for the veteran who finished his career at Florida. 2nd down, 17. Bledsoe eludes the pressure on the blind side and throws long, incomplete. The Patriots with the wind here in the 2nd quarter. Jefferson, the intended target.
Well, Dick, I got to say, the sack by Bledsoe, that was a great spot for New England. I thought he lost about 15 yards, and I guess they made contact on him first. They put the ball, but Drew Bledsoe, nobody open down the field. A little fortunate this time watching. He doesn't feel the pressure from behind. The ball could almost been stripped from him, but now he does a good job. Get out of the pocket, get rid of the football, give yourself a chance on 3rd down.
Daryl Gardner was the man who was charging in from that backside. Thus far, he's distributed the ball to everyone but his wide receivers. At least in catches, he's tried to hit a couple. Jefferson and Glenn. Play action. Being chased from the backside and throws to the sidelines, incomplete, and the flag is down.
Well, Dick, you said not throwing to the wide receivers. The Miami Dolphins, the one thing they're going to do, they try to take away the inside. They want you to throw it outside.
Legal use of the hands against Miami's defense. That is a big penalty on.
Use of hands to the face. Number 72 of the defense, 5 yards. Automatic first down.
So for instead of 3rd and 17, it's a first down on the 5-yard penalty against rookie Baron Tanner.
You know, the one thing that's got to be a little frustrating, too, for Bledsoe, when he's back there scrambling, Phil, I was looking down here at Ben Coates. He didn't even make an attempt to come back or get open. And you see your quarterback running around, you've got to come back and try to help him.
Bledsoe thus far 2.2 yards per attempt, reflecting the fact that the game plan is saying go short early.
Well, when you can't run the football, you got to throw a lot of short passes in place of the running game, and that's what the Patriots have done so far today.
First down on the penalty out to the 50-yard line. Meggett and Gash now in the backfield. Bledsoe to Meggett. The little man who produced so many years with the New York Giants comes up with another big play. 14 yards. First down.
You know, the one thing that Meggett does so well, Phil, is when he catches the ball, right after he catches it, he knows where to go to get to the opening. Watch when Meggett gets it. Now he looks, boom, back inside. Let me pick up the yardage that I need, and watch him cover up the ball right here. That's smart football.
And he has scored as a receiver, rusher, of course, as a kick returner. He's thrown 4 touchdown passes as well. Who gets to the 34-yard line, a pickup of 2.
Well, the New England Patriots, when you can't run the football, Dick, you've got to find ways to move the football. Drew Bledsoe, what's he doing today? Throwing a lot of short passes. And also, one of the reasons why he's got to throw so many balls short, the Miami defense, the one thing they try to do every single game in pass coverage, don't give up the big pass play. Make them throw it underneath or run up and tackle the receivers.
That's the same game plan he used in Dallas. Well, he likes young, very fast defensive players. 2nd and 8. Colors rattled as he drives to the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Jason Taylor, the rookie from Akron, in on the tackle.
You know, yesterday Pete Carroll was talking about his running game, and he goes, "Oh, I would just love it if we could just average 3 yards per run." And he says, "You know what? We do the same thing as Miami. They're about the same in statistics. They just look a lot better doing it than we do."
He said 80 yards in the game today.
Oh,
he'd take that right now.
Yeah,
total.
Not too often you hear a head coach talk about the running game and actually have a chance to even smile about it, even though it's so bad.
With Jefferson in motion and the blitz by the Dolphins. Quick throw incomplete. Jefferson really hadn't turned to meet the ball. Terrell Buckley on the coverage.
Well, Miami's given New England a little taste of their own medicine. Monday night, they couldn't handle the blitz. Watch the blitzers come from the good timing by Miami. Again, when you time the blitz perfectly, what it does, it catches the quarterback, the receivers, and the offense off guard. That's the reason why Drew Bledsoe couldn't adjust and hit Terry Glenn for the pass. Or Sean Jefferson.
49-yard field goal attempt by Adam Vinatieri. As you see, missed only 4 all year. Long was 52. Light breeze at his back. High enough? Is it long enough? Yes, but it's wide. No good. Officially a 48-yard attempt by Vinatieri into some capricious wins here in Foxborough.
Well, the hold was good. The kick was solid, but the ball just drifts.
Just wide left. It remains scoreless. No score in Foxborough. As we remind you, coming up next on NBC, it's the conclusion of the Lexus Challenge, hosted by Raymond Floyd, Clint Eastwood, Kevin Costner, Roger Clemens, Johnny Miller, Hale Irwin, Chi-Chi, Lee Trevino, many others. Lexus Challenge next on NBC. With the next field goal, Miami gets it at their own 39. Swing pass and off the hands of Bernie Parmley, who is one of the better receivers, running backs for Miami.
Did you see was out there covering him, Willie McGinnis? I mean, he's off the line of scrimmage, and he sees, they know the blitz is on. Look at Parmalee is looking at Willie McGinnis, who's coming into it comes right into the picture, right in his face.
Well, Willie McGinnis, the down lineman, but last week with all the blitzing that New England did, he dropped back in coverage a lot of times, and that's why Dan Marino got rid of the football so quickly. A blitz, Willie McGinnis covering the back.
He told us, no problem. I played linebacker at Southern California. I can cover. 2nd and 10. Down the middle, incomplete. Leaping try by Ed Perry, the rookie tight end from James Madison.
Well, it's a good thing Ed Perry jumps up and puts his hands on it, because if he doesn't tip this ball, Willie Clay is standing right behind him trying to make the interception. Dan Marino, early in the game, you got to be careful about forcing the ball down the field, getting a big mistake, and you see Willie Clay said, I'd have had that.
Well, you know, McGinnis was almost offended yesterday when Phil says, you know, you see in coverage, he's a linebacker.
Yeah, that's right.
What are you talking about?
He goes, I can cover him, just not for real long.
3rd down and 10. McDuffie in motion. Safety blitz, picked up. Marino down the middle, incomplete, and now intercepted on the carry. Chris Slade, the linebacker, and Slade is to the 30-yard line, but a flag is down. If it's against the Dolphins, obviously Patriots ball, and that's the case. Holding Miami.
Holding number 31 of the offense. That penalty is declined. 1st down, New England.
Miami gets this right. They see the blitz. They actually pick it up. Dan Marino, look how long he has to throw it. Good job of picking up the blitz. But this is the problem with Miami. Even when they pick up the blitz, he has time. Nobody open down the field. Dan Marino takes a chance. Larry Wiggum tips it up in the air, and Chris Slade makes the interception.
Boy, this is a great play by Wiggum, number 25. Watch him go up in the air and just slap the ball up in the air with his hand. Slade gets the interception. That is terrific defense.
That's why Wiggum's going to the Pro Bowl, and Slade will be his companion. First turnover. Cullens caught in the backfield. It's Derek Rogers, the speedy rookie backer from Arizona State.
I think the last play, the interception, Miami, a receiver came in the backfield. Marino saw the blitz. You can see they made some good adjustments. They pick it up. O.J. McDuffie comes back in the back, picks up the safety. Dan Marino had all the time to throw it, but no receiver again open down the field. Tries to make a great throw, but it costs us in the interception.
Rogers with that tackle, a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12.
What?
Bledsoe to the sidelines and complete to Sean Jefferson, tackled immediately by Calvin Jackson at the 25-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
When you're a quarterback, your left tackle, you've got to trust him. He's got to do some good things for you. Watch Bruce Armstrong. A delayed blitz by the corner from the outside. Sam Madison, Bruce Armstrong sees it. Drew Bledsoe has time now to throw the ball to the outside to Sean Jefferson and get the completion. Look at that. Sean Jefferson, he sees the blitz coming, makes the adjustment.
That's why Armstrong's going to his 6th Pro Bowl.
And if he wasn't going, Drew Bledsoe should take him.
No score. Best chance for the Patriots. 3rd down and 5. Bledsoe goes long. Touchdown, Troy Brown. Brown, who emerged this year as a solid, dependable receiver, had 6 touchdown catches, 41 overall, gives New England the first score of the game. 24 yards from Bledsoe. And Chris Slade's interception, thanks to Larry Wiggum's terrific defensive play, batting the ball free, has set up the score. Vinatieri's extra point try. Holds. And the Patriots lead it 7-0. Beautiful throw by Bledsoe to Brown, wide open. 3 plays after the interception. 1 minute 16 seconds for the Patriots to celebrate Bledsoe's touchdown pass. 7-0.
Troy Brown against Terrell Buckley, number 27. He gives him a little double move. It freezes Terrell Buckley just for a second. Enough time for Drew Bledsoe to throw the ball over the top for the touchdown. And it all starts with protection.
Sean Wooden knocks it away, but Brown ruled to have both feet down for the touchdown. Vinatieri to kick it off, aided by the wind. Down it comes to Corey Harris. And Harris stops shy of the 20-yard line.
It all starts with protection when you get blitzed by the defense. New England, Zach Thomas, he's coming. It's a blitz. Man coverage outside. New England, they are excellent at picking up blitzers and giving their quarterback time.
Drew Bledsoe. He is scrutinized and analyzed. And there is a nice hug from Coach Carroll to Chris Slade, who got the interception. But Bledsoe, I mean, he's under the microscope here as the #1 pick, and for New England, all he's done in the last 2 years is complete 60% of his passes and 55 touchdowns. From the 19, Marino and Miami. Normally, very little.
You know, Dick, the other thing about Bledsoe, too, is when we're talking to him yesterday, you brought this up once before, Phil, but when he's, talking about the running game, what's the matter with it? We don't know. We can't do this. We can't do that. He said, that's okay.
Yeah.
I want the ball in my hands. I accept the responsibility that I have to win the football game by throwing the ball, and I like that.
Yeah, and he seems very relaxed about the whole situation. I don't think being scrutinized so closely has bothered him, and Paul, you're right. I think he likes the fact they're going to win or lose according to how he throws the football.
2nd and 7 for Marino. Throws to the big tight end, Troy Drayton, and Drayton close to a first down at the 29. Drayton was saying, get me the ball more.
Well,
he had 39 catches this year.
He should yell that. Troy Drayton, number 84 on the inside, just goes down, hooks it up, and Dan Marino. This is a good pass for the Miami offense. It gives Marino a chance to get back quick, throw the ball, doesn't have to worry about the pass rush.
They allow progress to the 30. It is a first down Miami. Career highs for Drayton in yards and average. Parmalee out of the backfield. Good throw by Marino. He read the blitz, and Parmalee goes to another first down to the 39. Lawyer Malloy made the tackle.
This gives you an idea how quick he can get rid of the football.
Well, there's two things to do when a defensive team blitz against us here for an offense. You either pick up all the blitzers, or as a quarterback, this time they say the back goes out. Don't worry about the blitzer, Chris Slade. Throw the ball quickly before the defender can get to the running back.
What a beautiful throw. It's hard to appreciate how difficult an accurate throw that tight to your receiver is, and have him right on the number, leading him upfield. 2nd and 1. And a hard-earned 2 yards for Parmalee, and another first down. Chad Eaton, one of those in on the tackle, number 90. Let's take a look at the rushing offense and the dilution for the Miami Dolphins, down to last in the NFL in 97, 3.13 average. You're just not going to get many first downs running the ball that way.
It's really hard to convey to the people out there how mad that man there yesterday was, talking about his offense running the football. He is truly disappointed in it.
Well, he said right from day one this summer he was going to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And he thought sooner or later with the didn't complete as the pass from Marino intended for Drayton. Malloy, the safety man, dumps Marino as he throws.
Well, it's a good job by the defense. They time it up. Watch Lawyer Malloy. You can't see him yet. There he comes. He's going to come flying through there in a second. There's number 36, Dan Marino. It's a drop back pass. This is probably supposed to take about 3.5 seconds for the quarterback to get rid of it. And Dan Marino had to get rid of it in 2 seconds. Hard to complete passes under those circumstances.
I'll tell you what he was upset with, too, is this Drayton. Drayton comes off the line of scrimmage. He sees blitz, and he never looks back at the ball.
That, and he's upset at the back, who was supposed to pick up the safety blitz, and he missed him.
Miami trailing 7-0 here in the second quarter. Under 8 minutes left. 2nd and 10, Marino. Incomplete. Intended for Lamar Thomas. Ty Law, the cover man for New England.
Let's just really go back to that Jimmy Johnson yesterday. Phil, and all the time that we've known Jimmy.
Well, you ruined it. He came in happy. He was in good spirits, and you brought up some of these subjects, and he went out really mad.
Oh, I just said, how about your running game? And I thought he was going to whack me. I've never seen him that mad.
Ben Coates leaving the field. Jim Rea will get a report on his condition. 3rd down and 10. Marino shotgun. 4 wides. Good protection. Now the throw incomplete. The wind took that one. Lamar Thomas, the receiver. Jimmy Hitchcock on defense.
Well, Dick, you said the wind catches this football. You can see it's wobbling a little as it goes down the field. But the big point to be made right here, nobody open. No place for Dan Marino to throw the football.
Dave Meggett at the other end as John Kidd sets up to punt. 7 punts for touchdowns, 2 shy of the all-time NFL mark.
And he'll be looking directly into the sun.
Kidd's kick. Not bad against Meggett at the 17, 20, 25, and twisted down at the 27 by O.J. Brigance. 7-0 New England, midpoint of the 2nd quarter.
Welcome back to New England. I'm Jim Gray. Ben Coates has left the field. He has a thumb injury. He's been taken in for x-rays. His return is questionable. Dick?
All right, Jim. First down New England with a 7-0 lead. They start from the 27. Gary Cullors is hit right at the line of scrimmage by the 2 tackles, Bowens and Gardner.
You know, one of the things, Paul, you mentioned it earlier in his telecast, Zach Thomas says if you just go to the side where New England has more players, meaning the tight ends and running backs, that's where they run the football every time.
And he cheats.
And he cheats. Of course he should.
He said, I'm not that fast, so I cheat a little bit. Here's a little tip for me. When they flood one side, I'm going over there.
Second down and 10. Lovett Brunell, the backup tight end. And some solid smacking by the Dolphin defense as Cullors goes down. Usually Zach Thomas in the area when you hear those sounds, and Zach real happy. He's able to give the Christmas gift of his life. He says, I got tickets for the Doobie Brothers for my dad. He said, and now I'm set for a whole year.
I like that.
You like this? He comes in with a smile every time we've talked with him. His personality is so infectious. You cannot not like this guy.
If you don't like him, there's something wrong with you.
You're right.
Well, Jimmy Johnson likes him a lot because he makes a lot of tackles.
3rd down and 7 for Bledsoe. Down the middle, incomplete. Intended for Terry Glenn. It was Jackson and Wooden on the coverage, but Zach Thomas was right in the sight line.
Well,
Bledsoe.
Dick, they should be upset, the Miami Dolphins. They got the defense on. Zach Thomas reading the quarterback's eyes. A little behind him, it's tipped, but they had the perfect coverage to pick this pass off.
Okay.
2 people in the middle. Zach reading his eyes. Good job.
No, he's upset at himself. He overran it.
He overran too much speed.
He got too much speed.
So Tom Tupa to punt. O.J. McDuffie back. This one off the side of his foot. Takes a big bounce. McDuffie at the 21. And out to the 34-yard line. The Patriots leading Miami in this wild card battle 7-0. Foxborough Stadium, where the Patriots on a 24-yard touchdown pass. Bledsoe to Troy Brown, lead at 7-0. Just under 6 minutes left in the opening half. Miami starts at its 33. Abdul-Jabbar caught in the backfield and wrestled down by Mike Jones.
Well, Pete Carroll said when they played the Miami Dolphins up here about 5 or 6 weeks ago that he learned the only way you can stop Dan Marino, you got to blitz him. You got to pressure the quarterback, make him throw the football before he wants to. Today, a lot of different ways to get to the quarterback.
And in the case of the last play, Pete Carroll's team getting to the running back as well. 3-yard loss. Ted Johnson, that middle linebacker, leading in tackles, but the 1 turnover, Chris Slade's interception leading to the score. Lamar Thomas with a catch along the sidelines and progress to the 35. Willie Clay made the stop. Big play, Willie Clay, and he's delivered again this year with 6 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown. This Patriot defense, 4 interception returns for touchdowns, 2 of them against Marino in that 3-point win 6 weeks ago.
Dick, everybody talks about New England's offense. Drew Bledsoe, Glenn, Martin, coach. But what's really done it for this team, the defense, every week coming up with big plays and stopping the other team's offense.
3rd down and a long 6. And that ball floating, throwing into the wind. Marino had no chance under pressure trying to hit O.J. McDuffie. Chris Slade was in on Marino.
Dick, it's 3rd and 6. Again, watch New England trying to time up the blitz. Look at all the people coming. And what it does, it makes Dan Marino get rid of the ball fast, has to throw it short, can't pick up the 1st down.
And again, as Jimmy Johnson said, we can't keep them honest with run. If we could run a little better, they wouldn't gamble so much on those blitzes. Troy Brown, the touchdown maker, drifts back to return the punt. Make it shaken up on his last try. And Kidd's punt dying into that wind. Brown fair catch all the way out at the 33-yard line. A 30-yard punt by Kidd. We remind you that next Sunday, a world premiere movie.
There's a flaw in the system.
The entire air traffic control system goes down.
Shut it down. I don't see it. Where is it?
Thousands of planes with minutes to get them down.
You were warned.
Eric Stoltz. Blackout Effect, NBC next Sunday.
Back at Foxborough, beautiful sunny day, cold, temperature in the mid-30s, chill down around 20 at the moment. But warmer for Patriot fans as they've seen New England take the 7-0 lead. 1st down at the 33 and the flag.
They're going to be moving in the offensive line. But, people really don't realize how important that catch was.
Still 1st down.
Of Troy Brown's on a punt return. He ran up and made a fair catch so the ball doesn't hit the ground and give Miami better punting position when they kick the ball down the field. And Troy Brown goes up, makes a fair catch, and really, that's heads-up football. People don't really understand a lot of times what these guys have to do.
And to run through all that traffic, maintaining your concentration, to the credit of Brown, number 80. 1st down 15 after the false start by Armstrong. Bledsoe to the sideline to Glenn, short yardage at the 35, his 1st catch. As you see Ben Coates returning, right thumb injury.
Terrell Buckley is out on the outside. This is just a quick out. They lost 5 yards, so they pick up 7.
2nd down and 8 for Drew Bledsoe. Glenn, who had a brilliant 1st season a year ago with 90 catches, a Patriot record. Bledsoe firing to Byers, but the wind just drifted that one away from the veteran Byers, who's been a significant part of this story and the game story of Monday night, because he broke the code. He has given the New England Patriots all the signs and signals.
Zach Thomas trying to put some pressure on the quarterback. Not today, they say. Max Lane, good job, goes down low, and that'll slow some rushers down, the next time.
Well, I'll tell you, this guy, you got to go real low.
3rd down and 8.
Hey, are you passing the ball? Yeah.
Bledsoe firing incomplete. Sean Jefferson, the closest blue jersey, is Terrell Buckley in the area. And as we said earlier, Drew Bledsoe said, I'm most concerned about that Buckley. You just don't know how he's going to play the pass. He'll take some terrific gambles.
Well, he kind of gambled on the touchdown throw to Troy Brown, sitting on the 1st move by the receiver. But what makes Terrell Buckley dangerous as a corner, he always tries to look back and watch the quarterback so he can time his break on the throw.
Tupa scuffs another, and on the line, it's O.J. McDuffie. McDuffie to the 39-yard line. Landowner Bob Kraft of the New England Patriots, and he's very proud, and well, he should be. In the 38-year history of this franchise, never has New England or Boston won 2 division titles successively until this year, repeating last year's AFC Eastern title when Bill Parcells was the head man here in New England, and Pete Carroll, despite some heavy criticism early, has kept his team headed in the right direction. They want to make the return to the Super Bowl. Parmalee and Pritchett, the P-backs behind Marino from the 39. 7-0 New England, 3:45 left in the half. Marino eludes the blitz. No! Incomplete as he tries to hit Pritchett out of the backfield. It was McGinnis in on Marino. Check that. Slade in on Marino. McGinnis was closest on the pass reception.
Well, Dan Marino, one of his greatest strengths as a quarterback, always, doesn't run down the field, but able to move in the pocket. Good illustration that time. Steps up, gives himself that extra half second, but again, still not enough time to throw the ball and nobody open down the field.
Slade teeing off. He had 9 sacks on the season to lead the Pats. Look at the low yards per play, both sides, and contact before the snap. Appeared to be James Brown, the right tackle of Miami.
And you're absolutely right, it was. Phil.
Ball start, number 76, 5 yards. It's still second down.
How discouraging. How discouraging. You'll see James Brown. He's up on the top side, and he's going to move. There's a back in motion, or O.J. McDuffie in motion. When you're a quarterback and you can't run the football, I'm telling you, what's Marino going through? He knows he cannot run the football.
Well, what it does to Dan Marino, it's always putting him in a situation where he has to make the play. And what I mean by that, Paul, he has to make tough throws because the receivers are not creating enough separation from the defenders down the field. So that makes it tough on him.
2nd and 15. A little swing out to Parmalee, who gets very short yardage. Jimmy Hitchcock, the defender.
I think that's the biggest thing I've noticed in this Miami team is even when they do protect the quarterback, and Dan Marino has all the time to throw the ball, you don't see the receivers get wide open down the field and catch it and run after the catch. That's the biggest thing that's really killing this offense.
Is that what he said to us yesterday, though, Dick? He says we don't have anybody making big plays. We have got to create some plays and make some plays. We don't have these people out here doing that.
Charles Jordan into the lineup as a 3rd wide receiver. He made some big plays in the win at Oakland in November.
Here they come. No, they're not.
3rd and 14. Marino sacked for the first time as Willie McGinnis made the play.
Well, that'll really upset you as a quarterback and as a coach of the Miami Dolphins. Willie McGinnis, number 55, from the outside, does it with speed.
And itchy trigger finger.
Yeah, that's right, itchy trigger. And this is the one thing you don't want to do. Only 3 rushers for the New England Patriots that time. Don't get beat inside. James Brown does that time. That causes the sack.
He almost stole the ball as well as Kidd to punt. Troy Brown at the 30, anticipating a short punt. Kidd fired to win. And he's right. Dying spiral. Just flops out at the 41-yard line. The Dolphins pick it up, hoping that perhaps it nicked a blue jersey. Bernie Parmalee. Not the case. So good field position for the Patriots.
Well, Paul, the ex-punter, you can tell the difference. The team that practices up here, Tom Tupa hits low line drives, getting good distance. And then for the other side, John Kidd really struggling kicking into the wind.
Well, he should know something because he kicked at Buffalo. And what you do when you're kicking into the wind, you hold the ball low and you hit it just off the ground. You don't try to get any air underneath the ball. And you're kicking with the wind, obviously, you hold the ball a little bit higher and let the wind do all the work.
32 yards for Kidd on that punt. New England leading 7-0, starts from the 40, and Ben Coates back in the lineup for New England at tight end. Bledsoe throws complete for Glenn, and boy, Buckley was gambling on that one.
That was a great job. That was, Dick, you talked about it. That's what scares quarterbacks. Terrell Buckley watching Drew Bledsoe the whole time, goes off his guy, tries to make the interception, almost gets there.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here in Foxborough, where the Patriots lead 7-0. And we welcome you back to Foxborough Stadium. It's interesting as we talk about the frustration both sides and not being able to run the football, that the all-time record for a season rushing by a team is held by the Patriots in 1978. Sam Cunningham, Randall's older brother, and well, it was Horace Ivory and the quarterback Steve Grogan had a lot of rushing yards. Rushed for more than any team has in NFL history. 16 games. Bledsoe, pump fake, and has to eat it at the 43-yard line. The second sack for Miami. O.J. Brigance gets it. Brigance, who didn't have a sack the entire season.
Well, it's just a good job by O.J. Brigance on the outside, just keeps fighting. What causes this sack is just the fact there is nobody remotely open down the field. Drew Bledsoe, that's a good sack. Don't take a chance, throw it down there and create the turnover.
Exactly. He was going to throw the ball down the middle of the field, but the safeties were deep, and they just protected deep.
So third down and long for Bledsoe. Throws complete to Glenn. Glenn to the Dolphin 32-yard line. That's the biggest play of the game. 25 yards.
For the Miami Dolphins, New England, they do a good job of picking up blitzes and throwing the ball down the field. Zach Thomas blitzes, man coverage down the field. Colors stops him dead in his track, opens up the middle of the field for Terry Glenn. Here's Terry Glenn. He's going to come down and look down the middle of the field. Nobody there.
Yeah, to be more accurate, that's the longest play of the game, 25. The biggest play was the 24-yard pass for a touchdown.
Both coming on blitzes, both being picked up. Zach Thomas was the blitzer, and you know, that's the one thing I notice when you watch these two team plays. Every time Miami takes a chance, New England has burned them most of the time.
And every time the New England blitzes, they get away with it. They get to Marino. He has nobody picking anybody up.
So I guess I understand why New England's won both games.
Yeah.
Kind of explains it.
That kind of.
Glenn was held to only 27 catches with all his injuries. An ankle, he missed 3 games. He had it poked in the eye in Dallas, a left thumb, and then a hamstring that's bothered him for the past 2 months. Derek Colors with flags down. And Colors flying inside the 20. Does it count? 14 if. False start or illegal procedure.
Of illegal formation on the offense. Number 88 was covering up the tight end, 5 yards. Repeat, first down.
So that creates the formation and a 5-yard penalty.
Well, what you're saying is that Terry Glenn on the outside. Here's the tight end. You cannot cover up the tight end. Too many people on the line of scrimmage. Good call.
Glenn giveth and now taketh. With 1:08 remaining in this first half, and a very big opportunity for the Patriots. 7-0, trying to build on their lead.
What did you just say?
He's reciting poetry over there.
Take it.
Take it, give it, and take it.
Take it.
That should do something other than go to football games on Saturday.
That eliminates me.
First down and 15 for Bledsoe. The throw complete and an immediate hit as Troy Brown tackled by Sam Madison.
Well, the one thing is evident, this Miami Dolphin defense, it is fast and they will hit you.
Ball at the 30. Clock running. 51-50. That's a good protection. And not much there. Tackled for maybe a yard gain as Colors hit by Brigance. Time called 39 seconds remaining. 1 timeout left for New England. 2 for Miami. Look down in the first half in the 3 games against New England. Bledsoe busy with 21 throws. Big third down. Bledsoe hit as he throws incomplete. Very close to offside were the Dolphins, but no flag.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There was excellent coverage downfield again. I mean, Bledsoe had no one to throw the ball to, even though they were all man up.
Look at all the blitzers. Pretty good timing, but really another good job. Drew Bledsoe's got to know there's not enough blockers to pick them all up, and I'd still like my chances throwing it down the field, Paul. Terry Glenn one-on-one with nobody in the middle of the field. You never know what can happen in those types of situations.
Throw her up.
Vinatieri missed from 48, wide left, just left. This is 47 yards. It is wide to the right and short. So Vinatieri battling the tricky breezes here at Foxborough, unable to connect, and he's missed 2.5. He missed only 4 all season.
All right, the ball is down. The laces are right. He looks like he just doesn't really get all of the ball. He swept through it instead of popping it.
Got some of that green dirt.
I love how they dyed the field to make it look green. Isn't it nice? It's all sand down there.
Makes you feel better, though. It looks better.
Well, you know, I think that was really emotionally a great job, or good for the Miami Dolphins. They get down 10-0. The way their offense is playing.
And they got 30 seconds and 2 timeouts, and they get field position at the 38 on the missed field goal. Marino, incomplete. Threw it behind O.J. McDuffie.
Now that throw there is Marino's fault. I mean, O.J. McDuffie was open. All he had to do was get the ball out in front of him. But it's easy for us to say Marino's been running for his life and dodging people. Here he is back in now. He just threw that quick pass and went behind O.J. McDuffie.
Well, he's got to throw it behind him because O.J. McDuffie is running right into the defender. So Dan Marino sees that. O.J. McDuffie's got to see it, slow down, let Dan Marino complete the pass.
Marino 6 for 16. As you can see, last 10 quarters, 1 touchdown for the Dolphins. Only 41 yards passing in this first half for Marino. Good protection this time. And just couldn't find a man open. Went to his safety valve, McPhail, in the flat. 3rd and 10.
Well, you get all that time. I mean, there is not a pass rusher anywhere, Dan Marino, and he throws a 1-yard pass down the field to a receiver that's covered. And the reason why, Ty Law, Jimmy Hitchcock just taking away the outside receivers.
Brad been covered by Hitchcock.
The other guy that did a great job was Brewski, the linebacker. He looked like he was going to fake a blitz. We saw the back came out, so he covered the back, the one that Marino threw the ball to.
To follow up on the number we gave you at the start of the game, Marino now 121 passes against New England this season, 1 touchdown. 3rd and 10. And elude the rush and is down with a sack. 2nd for New England, and Chris Slade pounds Marino to the turf. Time called by New England with 16 seconds. No more timeouts left for the Patriots.
I'm going to tell you something. This is really embarrassing for this offensive line. You've got to have some pride in your offensive line. You just take a look at the blocking here. Now I know Slade 53 and McGinnis and these guys. Now McGinnis is in front. Slade comes from behind 53, and they hammer Marino. Dan Marino has no time.
I'm going to throw out a crazy idea here. Into the wind, why not gamble? Bring up your punt returner very close, hoping the kid hits a high short one. Call a fair catch. Then you've got a free kick. You can tee it up and kick for a possible field goal with the wind at your back.
Well, Brown is only 40 yards downfield now with the opportunity to come up, so I think they're going to do that, Dick.
Dick, you don't see it often.
It's an old rule, and see, it didn't come up close enough. So the ball dies at the 42. Had he been there, 42, who knows? That's a line. You can take the longest run you want. It's a kickoff.
At least he would have had a chance to have a good return if he was up close. And John Kidd hadn't got one good punt off yet going into the wind. So the return man should be up there.
26 yards that time.
Good point, Dick. If he had been up, instead of 40 yards to the 30-yard marker, it'd have made it a 25-yard kick.
You consider their kick from the 30, and most of them get to the end zone. That would have been about the 42. Might have had a shot. Oh, 7-0 the score, and these two teams will battle through that second half of the right to move on, just as they were so closely contested the previous 2 games, both won by the Patriots by 3 points here and by 2 on Monday night in Miami.
Well, when Dick leaves the booth, he'll be a special teams coach for someone.
It'll be special, all right.
But I like this. Drew Bledsoe, 5 seconds to go in the half. They're going to take a chance, throw it down the field, maybe get pass interference. Well, no, they're going to throw the screen.
To Derek Cullors, and that's the final play of this first half. The difference, one turnover. The interception by Chris Slade, tipped by Larry Wiggum, and the 24-yard touchdown Bledsoe to Troy Brown. 7-0 New England at the intermission. We'll send you to Greg Gumbel in our NFL on NBC halftime studios in New York. But first, a message from the NFL and a word from your local station. Curtis Martin not suited up with a groin injury. Terry Glenn playing finally and made some contribution. Adam Vinatieri has it teed up and will kick it off to Miami. Juris McPhail and Corey Harris are deep for the Dolphins. 7-0. A half to go. To Harris. Breaks one tackle and maneuvers to the 33-yard line. That's where Marino will start. And Dan Marino, here are his statistics in the first half compared to his counterpart Bledsoe. Marino only 2 for the last 9 and a total of 6 yards. His longest completion 13. Bledsoe better statistics and of course has the touchdown pass 24 yards to Troy Brown. Bledsoe will wait his turn as Marino sets up camp at the 33. That's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the carry. Check that, Bernie Parmalee. Parmalee, not Abdul-Jabbar, as he rushed for only 59 yards all season. But Jimmy Johnson wanted to use Parmalee because he is an excellent receiver, solid runner, and most importantly is adept at picking up the blitz.
Knows which guy to look for if there is a blitz and able to get in position, tough enough and strong enough to stop that blitzer too.
5 yards on first down for Parmalee. Played at Ball State. Who did not have an interception all season, picks one off for a score. On the catch and run by Collins as Marino victimized, much as he was here in November when both Wiggum and Hitchcock returned interceptions for touchdowns for the Patriots. Vinatieri's try for point. Patriots strike. 2 interceptions for New England. 2 touchdowns result. This one immediate as Collins, who played at Carson Newman in the flat. Nothing but clear sailing as he lumbers for a New England touchdown. Pete Carroll's Pats open a 14-0 advantage.
Good morning. I'd like to cash in my miles for 1 ticket to Paris, France.
I'm sorry, sir. Your miles have expired.
I've been charging on my Visa card for years to earn this trip, and now I'm gonna have to pay for the ticket. It happens. Paris.
Visa says you're over your limit.
Visa is everywhere you want to be. Paris, have I told you what I've been through? I need a doctor. Je suis un espion.
Espion?
Espion! Espion! But Visa, can you at least help me find the doctor? How about a lawyer?
Visa says they're everywhere, but American Express helps you with just about everything. So you can always do more.
I do not get French fashion.
Oldsmobile's year-end bonus buys. For just $299 a month, lease the all-new Intrigue, a sophisticated twist on a sports sedan. See your local Oldsmobile dealer today.
And we welcome you back to Foxborough, where this crowd of 60,000 has cheered Todd Collins' first interception for a touchdown in his 5-year career. It's 14-0. Vinatieri sends it into the end zone, and the Dolphins will take the touchback at the 20.
Dan Marino changing the play. It's an audible. He's doing it. Look at Todd Collins. He's saying, look for the slant on the outside. Now he is covering another receiver as he go out. He takes a good angle and gets right in the path of the slant pattern and makes the interception. Watch Todd Collins. He's coming out here to cover a receiver.
It looks like he's going to cover Parmalee, the back coming out. Parmalee comes out, but he blocks, and he doesn't have anybody.
Big play. On the 20-yard line now, the pressure really falls on Marino. Down by 2 scores. Play action, and he is hit at the 12 by Ted Johnson. The 3rd sack, and the Patriots eating up the Miami offense.
Ted Johnson just blitzes and goes up over top of the blocker who's trying to block him. Watch number 52, Ted Johnson. He goes up and around Parmalee. They didn't even slow him down. You've got 2 backs back there, and neither one of them, Pritchett nor Parmalee, picked him up.
Well, you got young offensive backs, and it's probably the toughest thing for them to learn to do. Pick up blitzers, get in position when those linebackers are blitzing.
Hard to believe that Johnson, 240-pounder, what he really likes to do is read romantic novels. He gets inspired by those, reads to his teammates, and then he gets on the football field and plays out the action scenes. 14-0. Todd Collins' interception gives the Patriots a 2-touchdown lead.
Of all the ways to celebrate the end of the year, add Oldsmobile to the list, like Cutlass and 88, part of Oldsmobile's year-end bonus buys. Save $1,500 on Oldsmobile 88, Consumer Digest Best Buy 8 years in a row. Or slip into the stylish leather-trimmed interior of the V6 Cutlass at a sleek 2.9% financing. So right now is the best time to make a resolution you'll enjoy sticking with. Get a new Oldsmobile today.
It's the way the sun helps things grow in their own time. It's the way bread begins as an ocean of wheat before rising in the oven. The way onions can make you cry, even when you're laughing. And it's the way we make over 1 million people their favorite sandwich every day, which, in case you're keeping track, is more sandwiches than the entire population of North Dakota. Subway. It's the way a sandwich should be.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Oldsmobile and your local Oldsmobile retailer. By IBM, solutions for a small planet. By Miller Lite, now official beer sponsor of the NFL. And by American Express, wherever you are, whatever you do, American Express helps you do more.
Back in Foxborough as the frustrations continue for Miami's offense. Last 32 drives going to the end of the Detroit game. Only 1 touchdown and 3 field goals in 32 drives. And Marino now with his first interception return for a touchdown in the playoffs. He's touchdown against New England in 3 games, and he's thrown 3 touchdowns on interceptions to the Patriots. Everyone covered. Now he throws and has the completion out to the 17, still with a 3rd and long yardage. Well, Marino in the first game here 6 weeks ago threw 2 touchdowns to the Patriots. Wingham went 60 yards with this one. And just a minute or so later, Jimmy Hitchcock from the goal line would take it back 100 yards. 2 of those touchdowns leading to the Patriots' narrow 27-24 win.
Well, Dick, just like we saw earlier, the interception by Collins and run back for a touchdown. Jimmy Johnson has said a lot of those interceptions for touchdowns have come on audible plays where the defense knows what they're going to do.
3rd down, and the pass is there at the 41 to Lamar Thomas in front of Ty Law, and not for the first down. They needed 12, got 13.
Well, one of the few times today Dan Marino has time, and the receiver Lamar Thomas on the outside gives the quarterback Marino a little space to throw the football. That's a really good throw, low and outside when you're throwing that type of route.
And a good move by Thomas to take Ty Law off his feet. Thomas emerging this year, 28 catches. Only the 6th Miami first down of the game. Eluding pressure in his own backfield is Bernie Parmalee to get a couple. Actually, they're going to spot him out closer to the 35, where it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Dick, this graphic about possessions is absolutely scary. When you take a look at the last 4 possessions of the Dolphins, 2 of them are -6. And then you've got +9. The other 2, 4 and 5. You're -3.
For 4 chances and down a touchdown. Smothered by Ted Johnson. Johnson said his favorite authors are Sam. Only 59 yards passing and picked off twice. Return yardage 62 yards and a touchdown, and some folks down in South Florida may be wondering, would Craig Erickson come in and try to bail out the Dolphins down 14-0?
I asked Jimmy Johnson that question. Is there any scenario where Craig Erickson would get into the game? And he said no.
Derek Cullors getting a chance to start for the 2nd week. Anthony Harris made the tackle, but good first down yardage across the 35.
Well, this is what you have to do when you start a drive. I mean, first down is pick up some positive yardage and at least 5 on a running play. This time you take a look at the offensive line. There is nothing wrong with their blocking on this play.
And if I was the New England offense or the coaches, take no chances, none. The only way it looks like Miami can get back in this game is if Miami creates the turnover and gets a scoring opportunity. Otherwise, you've got to think Miami's offense has no chance of getting the ball and driving down the field twice and scoring.
After watching Minnesota and the Giants yesterday, every team can take them. Cullors just shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 as Dwight Hollier and Zach Thomas make the tackle on Cullors, who played at Murray State, grew up in the Dallas area, and was on the Pats practice squad, development squad a year ago. He's their leading special teams tackler. And tell you about teamwork. Yeah. Chris Slade on defense said at the start of the year, I'm giving $3,000 to whoever leads our team in special team tackles. Cullors collected $3,000. That's right. From Slade.
Yeah, but Slade's a little cheaper in the playoffs. He said whoever leads in the playoffs only gets $500.
We get more than that, though, if you keep going.
That's right.
Colts in motion, 3rd and 1. And pretty good defense as Mario Greer, the 229-pound fullback, gets his first carry. The entire defense waiting for him. It'll be close.
That's something new for New England. 3rd and 1, trying to run the ball.
Good enough for the first down.
Jimmy Johnson is livid. He wants a measurement. Now this is really a good mark, and a mark is solid because Greer went down underneath.
Curtis Martin, who for the second straight week on the sidelines, and more than that now as he finishes the season with 1,160 yards. And you talk about that low average per rush. They are going to measure now.
Yes, Jimmy was arguing, and he has that right to call for one.
Well, they moved the sticks on the other side. Now they brought him back.
Well, it was close enough to be measured. Well, the Patriots rushing woes the last 3 games without Martin, 2.6 average. It just tells you that Martin is a different kind of player, that when he's in there, he creates yardage because of his talent.
That's what it is, Dick. He creates them. He runs one way. Curtis Martin never hits the hole they call it to. He usually cuts back and finds lanes and just makes people miss.
First down for Bledsoe, and the crowd steps up and throws it incomplete. Intended for Colors. It was going to be hit by Zach Thomas should he pull it in. We're at the midpoint of the 3rd quarter here at Foxborough. New England leading 14-0. 2 Marino interceptions. 1 returned by Slade to the Miami 29, and 3 plays later a Bledsoe to Troy Brown 24-yard touchdown pass gave New England a 7-0 halftime lead. And here early in the 3rd period, Todd Collins, the Patriot linebacker, 40-yard touchdown interception for the 14-0 lead.
2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, it's Colors. And close to a first down out at the 48-yard line. Zach Thomas got him down low.
You know, you made a point about this team, and they're running the ball here to get the clock started on 2nd down. And just take a look at the blocking. They set this up. They set it up perfectly. Zach Thomas goes down and makes a tackle. I mean, this guy is all over the field. If there is a bright spot on the defense of Miami, this is the brightest spot they have.
Well, he gets caught inside and still has the speed to run outside and make the tackle. Even though it's 8 or 9 yards down the field, still makes the play.
Career high rushing for Colors, 47 yards. Toss to Colors. Eludes the first man and picks up the first down at the 50. George Teague, extra defensive back, made the tackle. Todd Rucci led the way with the block.
Well, he gets away from Tim Bowens. 3rd and 1. The Patriots make it look like pass. Todd Rucci leading away. Tim Bowens, 95, misses the tackle. Derek Colors does a good job knowing the situation, lowers his head, tries to get that 1 yard.
You know what I'm saying, Dick? You look at this offensive line of New England now. They're getting to believe that they can block some people and they can run the ball. And in a situation like this, they're up 14 points. They got their clock moving. It's the perfect thing for this team.
Again, makes the corner and gets about 7 before Buckley can make the tackle.
Boy, Moss at the tackle gets outside and just screens everything off, and Colors just gets back outside of him. And it's just an outstanding play here. Number 77 is Moss on the end. Watch him seal. He comes out, and watch, he'll turn back in and just seals.
Anthony Harris.
That is outstanding.
Ben Coates as well making a solid block to seal that side. Zephros Moss from Alabama State was a free agent picked by Dallas 9 years ago. Second and short. Colors hit the backfield, skips out of that tackle, and has a first down at the 30. 13 more for Derek Colors.
Well, he must think he's Curtis Martin because he's making people miss right now. Derek Colors, he told us yesterday, the one thing I can do, I make really hard cuts. This time, good example, going outside, makes that hard cut back inside and picks up those extra yards.
Did you see Terry Glenn, number 88, on the ground as a receiver? He sees Colors break through the opening, so he gets back up and tries to get a block.
He's been busy carrying 6 of the last 8 plays, has Colors. First down at the 30. Chewing up the clock with a 14-point advantage. Mario Greer took half of defense to stop him at the 26-yard line.
Well, this is the first time we've done a New England game this year. They've gotten in a situation where they want to run the football. They're getting it done. And Dick, I think you said earlier, Pete Carroll would be ecstatic with 80 yards.
They got it. They got it. They'll be close to 80. But you know, the thing about it, again, you know, it's easy for people to say that, but when you believe that you can run the football, you get your offensive line geared, because offensive linemen, they've always said they would rather run the ball than pass the ball.
left in the quarter. Bledsoe goes for the touchdown. Incomplete. And you can see the wind drift that one. Jefferson had his man beaten, Sam Madison.
That's exactly what happened, Dick. It's a blitz by the Miami Dolphins. This is what happens when you run the ball well. All of a sudden you get single coverage. Sam Madison, Sean Jefferson, he is by him. Drew Bledsoe throws a nice ball, but the wind knocks it down, falls short.
So third down, and it's about 5.5. Mentioned 80 yards, and that has been surpassed. 81 yards now for New England in the game. Only 38 rushing for Miami. Bledsoe over the middle, wide open Glenn. And Buckley finally pushes him out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Well, Dick, we've said it a couple times today. New England, they're very good at picking up blitzes. Miami, you're behind. You take some chances. Terry Glenn comes in motion, gets behind the other two receivers. That's what creates the separation. Drew Bledsoe, he looks to Terry Glenn the whole time, knows he's going to be open in the middle when they're on a blitz situation.
You know what's really nice about it is as you look at the pocket, and yeah, thank Bruce Armstrong and everyone else, because these guys did a tremendous job at the line of scrimmage and gave him the lane to throw the ball.
First and goal. Colors behind Bledsoe. He gets the carry. Burrows to the 4. First trip in the red zone for either team in the game. And the clock ticks toward 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Then coach is walking very slowly back to the huddle. He got up very slowly. He's a tired little puppy. Just blocking. And usually he's catching the ball.
And New England also without Dave Meggett the rest of the game with a groin injury, and that'll be a concern not only for this game, but more importantly, should Miami win, for next week. Second and goal. Coach in motion. Clear. Tackle from behind. May have lost a half yard. Baron Tanner made the stop. Drew Bledsoe, coached in his early years by his father, an English teacher and football coach. He's here. Mac Bledsoe, now the president of Drew Bledsoe Foundation in Washington. Yeah, the thumbs are up. And brother Adam, who could be the starting quarterback at the University of Colorado next year, at least many feel he will be. Mother Barbara's also up there cheering for the 25-year-old Drew Bledsoe. Third and goal. Bledsoe incomplete. Coach won't drop many of those. That's usually automatic for Big Ben.
Well, Ben coach has got a bad thumb on him. Look, he is slow getting up on his right hand. That ball was thrown behind him to the left. He really had no chance of catching it.
Well, this is their favorite play down on the goal line. It's called Ben Coates. Go down the goal line, push off. The quarterback tries to time it, throws it to his chest.
Push off? Well, pushes off?
He should. If I was that big, I would push people around. But that's what that play is designed for. Drew Bledsoe knows he threw a little too hard and before the receiver was ready.
Yeah, that was the big thing. He really didn't have a good look at it, did he? Vinatieri's field goal try. 22 yards after he missed from 48 and 47. And New England builds its lead to 17-0.
Thus saith the Lord, with the raging flood.
We just want the money!
He makes an end of those who oppose him.
$3 million.
And he pursues his enemies into darkness.
On January 16th, prepare for Hard Rain. Hard Rain, Rickard. Starts Friday, January 16th in theaters everywhere.
As the pilot flies through the night sky, the helmsman steers a course that is true. The landing signal officer checks the approach. The weather crew keeps an eye on the storm. The air traffic controller directs every move. The air boss orders a clear deck. The captain gives the final word. And the plane safely lands on board USS Enterprise. In the Navy, no journey is ever made alone. Call 1-800-USA-NAVY. Let the journey begin.
Oh, what is this now?
Looks like a menu or something.
Great.
We can't solve every hassle you encounter on the road, but we're working on it. Introducing the Volkswagen 2-year no-hassle lease. No-charge schedule maintenance, a super sweet warranty, and roadside assistance.
Oh, that's got it looking real good.
Right now, a Jetta GL is only $199 a month with $21.29 due at lease signing. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
It'll come off.
Time flies, you know. Every week a game, and boom, playoffs. 2 teams play a game. 1 game you out. You wait till next year. So who do you think gonna get it this year? That wonderful trophy?
The network of the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on NBC.
Back in Foxborough, reminder, follow the NFL playoffs up and through the Super Bowl on SuperBowl.com. 17-0 New England. Vinatieri's kick comes down to Corey Harris. And Harris with a seam. Vinatieri to beat. He gets enough of him to trip him up. And Harris to the 47-yard line. One of the few bright moments for the Miami Dolphins today, and a flag is down. 39 yards if. Yeah, we're on our way to the Super Bowl in San Diego, and we hope you'll join the drive to the Super Bowl on SuperBowl.com.
Is it warm there?
Was when we left. All the way up to 60, though. Winter has hit San Diego.
Are you going to fly to the Super Bowl from your house?
Tripping. Number 4 of the kicking team. 10 yards. It'll be first down.
I thought I'd just fly into New England, then fly back just to, enjoy it. It's the usual experience.
Vinatieri, number 4, the kicker. Watch this. If you can't bring him down by grabbing him, he gets faked out. So what does he do? Smart thing. Trip him.
Stick that foot out.
That's good.
May have saved a touchdown. Miami in New England territory when we come back.
I can't do anything without the instructions. Nothing.
It's okay. She's got other presents.
They were just here. They were right here. I just had them.
We'll just hide this till her birthday.
She's been wanting this for a long time. If I only had those instructions.
You looked in the box?
I looked in there.
Did you take everything out of it?
Oh, here they are.
There's the snap. Williams, wide open. Oh, he blew it. Here come the team doctors.
Are you hurt?
Yeah, I'm hurt. When people boo, hurts my feelings.
Gonna be a while? Grab a Snickers.
Post-incompletion stress disorder.
I like being in control. With this new Dinerex, I control the cause of my dandruff every day.
New Dinerex Advanced Formula. Its medicine doesn't just treat the symptoms. It controls a leading cause of dandruff called Peel Valley.
Now that's serious control.
New Dinerex Advanced Formula.
You know, racing for interstate means my battery has enough power to run my car, as well as some other race necessities, like this mini fridge, track lighting, my foot massager, a window unit. And for those long races, who could forget the espresso maker? Heck, I even had a big screen put in for my friends.
Interstate batteries. Power fast. Built to last.
Hey, Bobby, the burrito's done yet? A reminder to stay with us after the game. The Lexus Challenge hosted by Raymond Floyd. Top celebrities and top golf names on the Lexus Challenge next on NBC. Dave Woolabaugh, the center of the Patriots, steaming in a very positive way. 17-0 Pats. Batted down as the effort by Marino, as Chris Slade in his face. And these linebackers for the New England Patriots have had a sensational game.
I'll tell you, Dan Marino's going to be having nightmares about linebackers. First of all, look at this. He steps up to throw. Chris Slade just up in the air, and that's what you're taught to do. If you can't get to the passer, you get as far as you can, watch his eyes and arm, and then jump up and knock the ball down, if you can.
All of them have contributed. Johnson leads in tackles. Slade and Collins each with an interception. Each leading to the touchdown. Marino down the middle. Batted down by Brewski, another linebacker. Well, talking about linebackers, let's appreciate what they've contributed.
All right, first of all, number 53 is Chris Slade. Watch him sack Marino from behind. That's number 1. Then the interception by Collins. That's number 2. And watch this one here. That's Ted Johnson sacking Marino. I mean, there's going to be, I mean, you talking about nightmares?
Look like Johnson's seen a lot of rodeo in his day. Best starting position of the game for Marino in Miami at the 43 after the 40-yard kickoff return and 10-yard penalty. 2nd and 10. Good time for Marino, and he went open. Finally, McDuffie close to a first down, and he battles forward. Appears he has it. No, it's Charles Jordan into the game who makes the catch and the first down. Chris Canty in on the tackle.
That's one of the few times today Dan Marino's had the time, look down the field, and the receiver was actually open coming across the field. Dan Marino makes a good throw, sees Charles Jordan open, picks up the first down.
He had the time because of why?
Only 3 rushers.
That's right. They didn't blitz him. Here they come.
First down. Marino steps aside. Ball deflected. O.J. McDuffie in the area.
Willie McGinnis almost had an interception, went right through his hands.
Well, that's a good example of what's happening today. It's a blitz. Miami finally picks it up, but watch where Dan Marino throws the football. You think somebody would be open in a blitzing situation. Willie McGinnis goes through his hands, and the receiver is 3 defenders are around the receiver.
I can't wait till we see Willie again. I'm going to say, you know, you can't cover very well, but you can't catch.
McGinnis, who is an outstanding high school basketball player in Long Beach, and he rejected that one. Minute left in the 3rd. Marino, a quick throw and complete to the 26-yard line, and a late flag comes in.
Steve Israel, number 21, is on a coverage.
Jordan made the catch. Israel, former Ram, former 49er.
Pass interference. Number 21 of the defense. Automatic first down.
You do that more often, you'll be a former Patriot.
Well, the fans boo the announcement as Marino has a first down at the Pats 26.
Steve Israel on the back of the receiver. Just hits the receiver before the ball gets there.
I thought it was pretty good coverage, to be honest with you.
Yes, it was. The official saw him make contact before the ball got there.
Deepest penetration for Miami the entire game. Trailing 17-0. Final minute of the 3rd quarter. Shovel pass goes to Jerris McPhail. And McPhail just couldn't find any open territory. Bruschi makes a tackle.
That was one of those times Dan Marino trying to give the fake signals outside with his hands. And they had the shovel pass called, but the New England defense not fooled.
McGinnis got him first, and then Bruschi finished it up.
Then the speed of the defense takes over. They all run to the guy who has the ball.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Marino underneath to McPhail, has good speed, can't get away from Wiggum. Larry Wiggum, who goes to his first Pro Bowl in Honolulu this year. At the end of the 3rd quarter, it's 17-0. New England will return to Foxborough after these messages from your local station.
NBC Tonight. I need you to get me down the river. Meryl Streep, Kevin Bacon, The River Wild, 8:30, 7:30 Central, NBC Tonight.
If Christmas morning came and went without the new recliner you wanted under the tree, stop by Brandon House this week for the final days of our buy one recliner, get a second recliner for $1 sale. Choose from over 100 styles of Action by Lane recliners and pay no money down, no interest or payments for 6 months. Buy one recliner, get a second recliner for only $1 right now at Brandon House. Plus, no payments or interest for 6 months. With a deal this good, everyone will have a happy and comfortable new year.
What if nothing stood between you and where you needed to go? It's like that at Shell, where it's easy to pay, pump, and go. Shell, moving at the speed of life.
How
yourself to the season's favorite eggnog. Coleman's flavor tells you this is real eggnog, a traditional blend of fresh milk, real eggs, and just the right spice to make it everybody's favorite. Help yourself to easy hospitality, too. Coleman makes eggnog ready to serve right out of the container. It's smooth, creamy, and best of all, it's ready to pour. Help yourself enjoy the season more with this healthy holiday spirit. Coleman Quality Checked Eggnog.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Just Shoot Me and Channel 4.
Cast is presented by the authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the NFL is prohibited.
And we welcome you back to Foxborough. Fourth quarter, 17-0. Miami with its best chance at the 20-yard line.
Well, Miami's offense, if you watch it all day long, the thing that sticks out to me, they got to make so many plays to even get in scoring position. Now, the thought of going 20 more yards just looks so difficult for this offense.
Third down and 4. Here comes the safety blitz. Marino throws it up. Nowhere close to the receiver, Jarris McPhail. Lawyer Milloy with a running start from his safety spot.
Well, Lawyer Milloy, we've said so many times, the surprise, look at him coming back. He times out the snap of the ball perfectly. Nobody sees the blitzer coming. Dan Marino has to throw it before the receiver's ready again.
On comes Olindo Mare. As you see, 16 New England blitzes, 25 times they went after Marino on Monday night. From the 28, a 38-yard attempt by Mare is good. So the Dolphins get their first points of the game early, fourth quarter.
It's a 170 horsepower race-bred engine. It's double wishbone suspension that slices, dices, and juliennes corners. It's quite possibly all the fun you need. It's the Integra from Acura, the true definition of luxury. Yours.
South Florida, a true story. A man was out walking one day when he discovered a bag filled with jewelry. When no one claimed it, he ended up with over $1 million. When it comes to retirement, you can depend on luck or you can depend on us, Sun America. Ask about our personal retirement portfolios and don't leave your future to chance. Sun America, the retirement specialist.
On Saturdays, your customers can receive 2-day packages from FedEx for an extra $10.
On Saturdays, your customers can receive 2 to 3-day packages from Priority Mail for no extra charge.
On Saturdays, your customers cannot receive 2-day packages from UPS. Sorry.
So, for the holidays, what's your priority? Switch to Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Acura, the true definition of luxury. Yours by Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service and by Sun America, the retirement specialist.
And back at Foxborough Stadium, where the Miami Dolphins, after the kickoff return and penalty, go 23 yards in 8 plays to get themselves in field goal position. 38 yards by Mare. And now Canty and colors are deep as Mare onsides it. And a scramble. Who's got it? Did Miami recover?
Miami's got it.
Miami recovers at the 44-yard line.
The reason this thing works is that the New England Patriots, their defense or offense, they were up close at first. And then when they saw the Miami Dolphins didn't shift in any way, shape, or form, they dropped back 4 guys to form the wedge.
Corey Harris.
And when they formed the wedge, Olindo Mare just pops the ball up in the air. What a great kick.
Well, Paul, like anything, it's all deception. You always want to deceive the other team. Miami does it this time. That's why the onside kick works. And
Just the way he hit it. He just popped. Watch him. He just hits the top of the ball. He'll pop it. It goes down and right back up in the air. What a great kick.
Mario Greer had a chance at it, couldn't control, and Corey Harris recovers. Remember, Miami recovered 2 onside kicks in the first game between these two teams back in November. Marino hits, fumbles, free ball. I believe Slade came up with it.
New England got it, it looked like.
Well, one play after the onside kick, New England gets it back as Canty came through another blitz.
Well, you know, Dick, Miami had a week to work on this, and you can see their hard work is just not paying off. A blitz from the outside really just comes down to hustle. The guard sees it for Miami. Bucky does. He goes out, doesn't stay with the defensive back, hits Dan Marino when he's not expecting it. That causes the fumble.
I'll tell you, and you don't blame Marino on this thing. Bucky is a lineman, number 77, that actually sees the entire play coming. He sees Canty coming. He just can't get in front of him.
He gets too far outside. Canty comes inside.
And Slade, who has an interception, there to recover the fumble at the 41. Colors to the 40. That's it.
And the blitz, if you can take a look at the blitz coming, New England comes back. They make the play right away. Jeff Bucky just overcommits. The speed of New England's defense. That's what causes so many problems for the opposing offenses, especially Miami. The speed, they get to these to the offense, and they can make all these different variations, and it's hard to adjust to all of them.
It's Steve Israel, another defensive back coming on the other side on the blitz, and Canty from the backside. 2nd and 9 for Bledsoe. Fires incomplete through the hands of Terry Glenn.
Terry Glenn is shaking his head, and he's saying, I can't see the ball. That ball was thrown right into the sun. He even has a visor on, but when he throws this ball, Terry Glenn really does not see it.
Well, Paul, that and the fact that he just hadn't played a lot of football, he's got to get back and be what you would call game tough and be used to these game-type situations. And look what Terry Glenn was looking into.
That's what he's looking into, and he just came, when he got off the ground, Dick, he was just shaking his head. I can't see, even with a visor.
So 3rd down and 9.
So don't throw it over there. Throw it over here in the shade.
Use one of my assistants. Play action and Bledsoe. And he doesn't take any chance, and Daryl Gardner has the sack. The 3rd sack for the Dolphins today. Gardner, who had only 1.5 on the season.
You know, this is a smart play by Bledsoe. He has no one open. There's no sense in throwing the ball away. You've got a very good punter, and he'll be able to put the ball down probably inside the 20. So Bledsoe does the smart thing. Take the sack. You're only at midfield, then kick it.
Took it a punt into the wind. O.J. McDuffie moves up to the 15. Hanging kick, fair catch. McDuffie at the 21-yard line. Timeout. 17-3. The Patriots.
This is a News 4 weather update.
Good afternoon again from the 4-1 Weather Lab. I'm meteorologist Mike Nico with a quick look at 4-1 radar to give you an idea of where the snow is falling right now. We have reports out of Fayetteville that it is snowing and visibility is down to a mile. In Fort Smith, they're reporting light snow right now. So basically in the northwest corner of the state, we are starting to see some of this snow accumulate, especially where you see the green areas, say near Siloam Springs, Rogers, Springdale, in that particular area. This is just the beginning of the snow that's going to move across the state during the late afternoon and into the evening and overnight hours. In fact, we have a winter storm watch for the eastern 2/3 of the state during the overnight hours, basically on this line and eastward. Right now we're looking for about 2 to 5 inches of snow. That's the forecast right now. Now this is in its infancy, and you know how hard it is to predict snow, so we're going to keep an eye on it and let you know if any changes are going to occur when the latest weather information comes out. But that's the latest right now from the 4-1 Weather Lab. If you need any road conditions, you can call the Arkansas Highway Department, or you can call our weather line at 376-4400 for the latest weather conditions. Right now, roads are fine, but there is some snow and it's starting to get a little heavy in the northwest corner of the state. We'll see you in a few.
This has been a News 4 weather update. We now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress.
More luxurious V6 Accord from Honda.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Domino's Pizza, delivering 1 million smiles a day. Call for pizza now and share a smile during the game.
60,000 at Foxborough Stadium, and the partisan Patriot fans like what they see. Miami and Marino doesn't like that number.
Believe it or not, Miami, more defenses have blitzed this offense than any other offense in the league. So Dan Marino, Paul, you said years ago you wouldn't blitz them. Look at today, 17 blitzes, the same production they got on Monday night when they blitzed 25 times. So today, the blitz has been even better.
On first down from the shotgun, and then the handoff, and a gain of 4 for Jarris McPhail.
You know, you brought it up, and I'll tell you, Dick, when you were doing games before, 4, 5, 6 years ago, when you go in and teams were playing the Miami Dolphins with Dan Marino, they say, well, you know, if you're going to let this guy stand back here and throw the ball, you can blitz him. He said, you can't blitz him because he gets rid of it too quickly. So what you do is you kind of sit back. Now everybody's coming after him.
No huddle, 2nd and 6. Slade pressuring, sidearm throw, and complete to McPhail.
You know, Paul, it's a good point. He doesn't have the playmakers outside to really put the fear in the defense. But I said to you earlier, I said a lot of it's Dan Marino's fault. You know, he was just so good throwing the ball down the field that people said, well, enough of this. He's beating us this way. We got to change up. So they started pressuring him, and the pressure defense has worked better against Dan Marino.
Well below his career and postseason average. Only 11 completions, 28 attempts, 2 interceptions. 3rd and 6. Incomplete and almost intercepted by Hitchcock.
But Jimmy Hitchcock looked like he was the receiver that time. He actually was breaking on the route before the receiver did.
But Lamar Thomas gets knocked off, and he's complaining. He's on the upside. He looks like he's getting held.
And look, he comes inside. He knows it's a slant pattern, a short inside route. There was some contact, but it was in that 5-yard zone.
So Kidd to punt, this time with the win. Troy Brown back at the Pats 30-yard line. 7th punt for Kidd today. Gets away some ground, fumbles the ball, and then it covers it at the 29-yard line. Brown with a touchdown, 24 yards from Bledsoe in the first half.
Watch this, another smart thing by Brown. The ball hits him in the face. Instead of trying to pick it up, watch what he does. Fall on it. Get the ball back.
I'm the luckiest man alive.
I just bought this camera. Does my Visa card have some kind of purchase coverage or something? No? Oh, boy. Hey, does Visa have any place out here I could pick up a new car today? No, but I'm driving to Vegas to see Steve and Edie tonight.
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Wow!
What was that? Visa says they're everywhere, but American Express helps you with just about everything.
Okay, yeah.
You think we should get help?
No, I got it. So you can always do more.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Every so often, something new comes along that makes people go back to rethink. Go back to reconsider. Go back to the drawing board. Introducing the larger, more powerful Accord. An Accord like no other. From Honda.
NBC's Working wants to know, ever fall in love at work?
It's the close quarters syndrome. The longer you work closely with someone under these conditions, the better they start to look. You can lose perspective.
It got so bad once Delaney started looking good.
Right back at you, man.
Working, just like your job, only funny. NBC Wednesday.
You look at the score, you look at the faces. And the coaches tell you all you need to know.
One coach is celebrating, the other one's begging for help.
First down to the Patriots, deep in their own end, and Sellers gets the carry. Stop shy of the, well, right at the 30, a gain of 1. Zach Thomas and Sean Wooden with a tackle as we look at the Miller Time game summary with 2 turnovers by New England leading to 14 points, and the Dolphins offense just strangled 97 yards, a 1.9 yard per play average. Unexpected, only 76 passing yards and 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions and a fumble by that man Dan Marino.
Right, Jimmy Johnson said to us last night the one thing he's proud about this team, we don't turn the ball over. That's why we usually have a chance to win games.
2nd and 9, Mario Greer, and the Dolphins push him back, no gain.
Well, Miami did its job so far. They've stopped New England's running game on the first 2 downs. One of the reasons why they do it, Zach Thomas reads it quickly, a delayed run, and you're laughing, Paul, but now Miami's got it. Now they got a chance. 3rd down, they can make a play against this offense and maybe get back in the game.
You know, you just think, when you think about something, the score is 17-3 and 2 touchdowns Miami. One came on an interception for a touchdown. Another one came after another interception and a touchdown. But when you think about it, the defense of Miami, they've done a terrific job.
3rd and 9 for Bledsoe with 11 minutes plus remaining. He uses up as much as he can on each play. Throws too low, incomplete. Trying to hit Terry Glenn. So that stops the clock with 11 minutes 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and the punting team on.
Well, again, it was Miami. You're behind. It's getting late in the game. You got to take chances. Drew Bledsoe, they pick it up. He knows he has a chance to make the play down the field. Not a good throw.
In the 2nd half, Bledsoe only 1 for 6, 20 yards. Tupa kicking to McDuffie, who's at the 30. Moves up, 37, 40, and slips at the 43. 33-yard punt, 6 on the return. You're watching the NFL on NBC.
Honda presents Great Drives. Trailing Carolina before halftime of the NFC Championship, the Packers overcame freezing temperatures and the red-hot Panthers. Stay tuned to find out how.
Honey, you went out for milk 3 days ago. Come home now.
It's just more fun to drive. The all-new Accord from Honda.
Brett Favre mixed short passes to Dorsey Levens and Andre Rison while marching the pack 64 yards in 14 plays before connecting with Antonio Freeman for a lead Green Bay would ride all the way to the Super Bowl.
Boys, check it out. Coach.
Check it out.
Dawson, nice tattoo. You've been traded to Miami.
Gonna be a while? Grab a Snickers.
What do you think?
It's a fish.
That's right, a fish.
For many fans, it is a dream come true. Honey Barbecue Wings are back at KFC in time for the big games. Bring home 6 wing pieces for $1.99, 20 for $5.99, only at KFC.
Next weekend, the race for the Super Bowl heats up on NBC. First next Saturday at noon Eastern, Cordell Stewart and the Steelers host either the Broncos or the Patriots. Then next Sunday at 3:30 Eastern, Marcus Allen and the Chiefs host either the Broncos or the Dolphins. The AFC playoffs next weekend on NBC.
You know, Dick and Phil, there's a fine art in holding. Sam Madison, watch this. Right hand, left hand, and left hand, and back with the right hand. Sure. So you got to be able to do it with both hands.
No penalty.
Oh.
That's special teams work. So Miami trailing 17-3 with 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and false start against the Dolphins.
James Brown.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 78, 5 yards. It's still first down.
All right, James. It was Richmond Webb.
Webb has played gallantly on one leg. He's had an injury all season. when you're playing on one leg, you got to get every itch you can muster. One of the great tackles, though, throughout his career, now in his 8th season. First and 15 for Miami. Marino throws it away. Coverage, along with the pressure from the blitzes from New England. The coverage deep has been outstanding as well. The whole game plan for New England has been superb.
Well, I think the big thing about this New England defense, the coverage and the defensive back speed, they give the offense a lot of opportunities to do different things, and we've seen most of those today. Confusion Dan Marino and the Miami offense.
Second and 15. Marino now 11 for 30. Only 76 yards. They rush up the middle this time. Marino vacates, throws, incomplete. McDuffie and Thomas were downfield, and Thomas unable to pull it in.
I'll tell you what, this was a pretty good throw by Marino on the move. And you see Thomas here. Watch, he's going to make a break. He sees Marino in trouble. Now he's going to make a break back to the middle of the field. Look where his ball is, right on the outside.
Well, look at that coverage by Ty Law. The receiver adjusts his route, and he's still able to go right with him. Goes in front, and if Dan Marino doesn't make an excellent throw, it could be an interception.
Third and 15. Going to run out of time, so a timeout spent by Marino. Very proud men, Marino and Johnson. And the results have been so futile today that their patience certainly tested right on the edge, these two men. A reminder, tonight on Dateline.
What if you could beat baldness? Some products make amazing claims, but can they really deliver the goods? Hair recovery. Get the facts. Dateline tonight. Then at 8:30, 7:30 Central, Meryl Streep, Kevin Bacon in a battle for survival on The River Wild. After Dateline, NBC tonight.
Beautiful scene looking down on Foxborough Stadium as the crow flies some 25 miles or so from downtown Boston, and about the same from Providence, maybe even closer to the capital of Rhode Island. Rob Kraft, the owner.
He's got to use binoculars. He had better seats when he was buying them.
Third down and 15. Bring 4 men this time. Marino sets up, throws underneath the Jarris McPhail, and McPhail with a burst is close to a first down at the New England 47.5. Looks to be just slightly short. McPhail, one of the faster backs for Miami, if not the fastest, from East Carolina. And if it is 4th down, you figure Jimmy's going to go for it.
Absolutely. In this situation, you think he has to. What happens this past time? Dan Marino gets extra time to protect. And what happens if a defense, if you make them cover too long, you create a big hole underneath, and when Marino drops it off, that's the reason why you don't see defenders there to tackle him.
First down, nose of the ball.
He right. Boy, that is tough. Now you are good. I'll give you that. That is a good call.
It's kind of scary, isn't it?
Give that man another Cupid down. First down for the Dolphins at the 47.5. Lowest postseason passing yards. Have to go back to 93, 167 yards. Only 92 today. He had only 71 yards a couple of games ago at Indianapolis, one of his worst ever. But not within 10 yards of the sliding Charles Jordan. Looked as if he expected Jordan to come back.
Phil, yesterday we were talking to Jimmy Johnson. I mean, he was mad in the room. He's totally upset with his offense and the changes have to be made. You're going to see Marino is going to get, well, he gets the ball thrown, but it looks like he might have hit his arm and it came out, slipped out of his hand. But Jimmy Johnson, when he's talking about his offense and how upset he was with it, what do you think would be the major change he would make?
Well, philosophy. They're going to change the way they think about running the ball, how they design the running plays, and also how they pass the football. That will be the biggest. How they protect for the quarterback.
Marino fumbles it, picks it up, saves a sack, and McPhail actually gains a couple of yards to the 45-yard line before Willie McGinnis can make the tackle. I thought it was interesting that Jimmy made it very clear it's not the players. He thinks he's got the talent, and he's going to get more off the injury list this year. The key for him will be changing the whole offensive philosophy, which would make me a little nervous if I was on the offensive side of the ball as a coach.
Well, yeah, it would make me nervous if I was a coach, but Jimmy Johnson not happy with it. If he's not happy and they're not winning, a coach, he should do what makes him happy. Usually that's what makes a team good. So Jimmy, he's made it pretty clear they're going to change the system next year.
3rd and 7, Marino, as he's falling, almost intercepted by Stephen Israel.
Well, do you have any idea how good Dan Marino just performed? I'm talking about Willie Clay is all over him, not once, but twice. And Dan Marino, you saw him drop the ball, then pick it up and make a completion. Look at Willie Clay. Here it is here. Now watch this. Now Marino goes back out to throw and gets this ball off. That's incredible.
Fortunately, was not intercepted by 21 Israel. Brings up 4th down and 7. 13 for 35 for Marino today. The pressure has been intense from New England. Here they come again. Throws incomplete. Diving try by Lamar Thomas. The Patriots take over on downs with 9 minutes, 10 seconds left.
Well, one of the few times all day Dan Marino has extra time to throw the ball. Lamar Thomas, good job of getting away from Jimmy Hitchcock. Can't come up with the catch.
At this point, the way the pressure's been on, the receivers need to make some of the spectacular, and that has not been the case either.
What did Marino say to us yesterday? I'll bring it up one more time. We've got to make some big plays. We've got to make some plays.
So at the 45, New England's ball with a 17-3 lead. Skips for a couple, and unless something dramatic happens here on the side of Marino and Miami, it would appear that New England is can start making some plans for a visit to Pittsburgh, and it would be Denver then going to Kansas City in the 2nd round of the playoffs. That's what's Marino. Those are boxing statistics. Hits, sacks,
knockdowns,
and the trainer on the sideline said, "No one touching you, kid. No one touching you. Answer the bell."
I thought it was interesting, though, when Jimmy Johnson said it's not the players.
Well, it's not his offense, not the one he brought from Dallas. I think that's what makes a coach really unhappy. When he deep down, he wanted to change and he didn't, to keep some people happy, and it hasn't worked.
Well, Gary Stevens has been with the offensive coordinator, has been with Miami for now 9 years. So he was there 7 years with Coach Don Shula, and the way Jimmy Johnson explained it to us was that he wanted most of all to make Marino comfortable as a new coach. He was the key man, Marino, so to keep that offense in so that Marino was secure, felt that he could go without having to hesitate, straightforward.
But always what's best for your team or any company, Dick, keep the boss happy. What makes Jimmy happy? And he didn't do that, and that's why, that's why he keeps saying it's second guessing himself now. It's easy to look back, but that's what makes him so unhappy. They're not doing it his way.
Well, in all the years that we've known him, Dick, and all the times we've been around Jimmy Johnson, I have never seen him that upset as he was yesterday. I mean, just downright mad about everything that's been going on. He wanted to win the division. When they didn't do that, that was part of it. That started him.
8:25 left as New England goes back in the huddle, 17-3 in front.
The only other thing about him I wanted to mention, you ask him a question, he's going to give you an answer. It doesn't him and awe.
I imagine if you're a player, in some ways that's good. You have no doubt about what the coach wants or means. Quick throw out of the backfield to Sam Gash, his first catch today, and Calvin Jackson the tackle, short of the first down at the Miami 49.
Dick, you're right. When you play for Jimmy Johnson as a player, you're always going to know where you stand. You might not like some of the things he tells you, but you're going to know where you stand.
Well, one thing they do know that they don't have to do a whole lot with the defense. The defense looks pretty good. At least they do today.
So does New England.
Yeah, they do.
Third down and 5. Bledsoe fires, caught by Coates, and Coates has a first down at the 43.
Two things really stick out on this play. One of the reasons this offense can be so dynamic, Ben Coates, 3rd and 5, just goes down, picks up the first down, and Drew Bledsoe makes this play happen by really just putting some extra heat on it. Ben Coates with almost a cast on his right hand, cradles the ball to his body and makes the catch.
4th catch for Coates, the team leader this year with 66 grabs, 8 for touchdowns. Smacked down at the 39 by Calvin Jackson. We're talking about Jimmy Johnson, but how about this man in his first year in New England? Pete Carroll, he takes over in many ways an impossible situation. The ideal coaching, Jimmy Johnson apparently very angry at a call is on the field. He's going to fight to the final bell. We all know that. And probably if this were basketball, he'd have at least one technical.
No, he'd be thrown out of the game by now.
Vance Channing, Jimmy, 2nd down and 5. Colors. And he's tackled at the 39. Back to Pete Carroll. He came into a very difficult situation. The ideal job is to come in when a team has lost all their games. You can only go one way. He comes and inherits a team, went all the way to the Super Bowl with a very popular coach for people who like winners, Bill Parcells. It's been not an easy year for Pete Carroll. He's heard a lot of criticism. A lot of people wanted him to do it the old way, but he's got his team now 5 minutes plus away from the second round of the playoffs, and his players like him.
I'll tell you, he took a lot of heat, and he handled it very well. He didn't blow up at anybody. He just did his job.
Throws to the sidelines, and any pass by either quarterback to the sidelines been almost impossible today.
But Pete Carroll told us a couple weeks ago, the one thing he likes about his football team now, late in the year, they had so many tough games, and he says, you know, we're playoff ready. And we can kind of see that today. They played under pressure for about 4 or 5 weeks. They've responded pretty well to it.
Did you watch it at the end of the last year, too, Phil? The one thing we commented on was the fact that their defense really came together, and this is what's happened to these guys again.
Cooper's punt. O.J. McDuffie with a fair catch at the 13-yard line. Well, you go back to the end of this season. Carroll's team beats Miami, beats Indianapolis, beats a good Jacksonville team, but for one pass by Bledsoe, they were about to beat the Steelers, lost that game in overtime, and win in Miami, and are winning now. So they, down the stretch, Carroll's team is playing its best football, and it's the defense for New England is playoff ready.
Oh, you're right. They did it last year with the defense. This year their defense is playing so well, but it's different. You know, it's Pete Carroll, when he was a coordinator around the league, liked to do a lot of different things. And when you look at New England's defense now, a lot of speed, a lot of blitzing. Hey, even from up top, I can't tell what they're going to do. So what do you think the quarterback on the opposing team is thinking? If I can't tell where they're coming from up here, it's got to be awful tough for the opposition.
Well, from the shotgun, Miami now desperate to throw to the sidelines to McPhail, and he's out of bounds at the 18-yard line with 5:24 remaining in the game. 17-3 New England. In case you're just joining us, a couple of interceptions by the Patriots crucial in the game. In the second quarter, interception by Slade to the Miami 29, and a couple of plays later, Bledsoe hit Troy Brown with a 24-yard touchdown, and the big play early in this second half, Todd Collins, linebacker, a 40-yard touchdown with an interception for New England. Whistle must have sounded as Miami and Marino just give up the ball as shooting through was Henry Thomas, the veteran tackle, and Thomas slow getting up.
Snap, false start. Number 78, 5 yards. It's still second down.
Richmond Webb again. Richmond Webb is right here. He's number 78. And once you're in a set, whether you're in a 2-point stance, a 3-point stance, or even a 4-point stance, once you're set, you can't move.
Henry Thomas, a 2-time Pro Bowler, signed as a free agent this year by New England from Detroit, but he had his big years with the Vikings, was once a franchise player with Minnesota. He and Randall inside, the Vikes were really something.
Well, you know, every time you talk about the New England Patriots on defense, and you're always talking about McGinnis and Slade and the linebackers, but Sullivan, Wheeler, and Thomas, the guys up front, these guys have really done a great job. They're the guys that are taking the beating, making the offensive guys come to them, and then leaving the holes open for everybody else.
Paul, they're occupying people, so all the little people behind them can make those plays. And Henry Thomas, number 95. So let's see what happens.
It looked like he landed on his knee, on his left knee.
Well, the way that defense is playing, they can ill afford to lose what he brings to the package.
Well, these are the guys that play in the middle, Dick, and you know, the Ted Washingtons at Buffalo, and these guys at Stubblefield. Well, Stubblefield made a living out of sacking quarterbacks, but these guys really take a beating, and no one really talks about it.
Thomas able to leave under his own power. Less than 5 minutes to go. The clock will stop on out of bounds ball. Another blitz. Catch by McDuffie, but as he falls at the 15, it's only a 1-yard gain.
Boy, Marino is just taking a beating.
Malloy again.
You know, one thing, Dick, watch the blitz come right up the middle. Lawyer Malloy, good timing again. Nobody touches him, but when you spread your offense out, I think you are making it harder to move the ball against New England. Because when they put their substituted defense in, those defensive backs, they're all good players. They're fast. They know how to get to the football. Very hard to move the football in this substituted defense.
Third and long. Marino downfield. Complete. Lamar Thomas, and Thomas is to the Patriots' 42-yard line. Hitchcock makes the play. It's the longest gain of the day for Miami, 42 yards.
How about that throw? After the beating he's been taking, and put a strike out there like that, you better catch it.
Trying to hurry up, and now a time called by referee Austin just to set the ball at the 43. Miami trying to strike for a score here and hope they can successfully onside kick, which they have accomplished 3 times against New England. Once today. Marino's throw well covered. Surrounded was McDuffie by 3 Patriots.
Well, the long play before, Dan Marino steps up in the pocket and just delivers a strike to Lamar Thomas. Pretty good coverage outside, but Jimmy Hitchcock throws it up the field. Perfect spot. Lamar Thomas does a good job making some extra yards after he catches it.
But again, Marino against New England this year with 40 passes today. That means 144 passes in 3 games, 1 touchdown. 3 interceptions for touchdowns the other way. Underneath, almost picked off by Bruschi.
Well, Bruschi is covering McPhail coming out of the backfield, and he's deep on him. He really is looking at the receiver. He said he hit me in the face again. But Bruschi is really in coverage, and he's really not paying attention to the ball. The ball comes through, and look at this. It hits him right on the shoulder pad. He really doesn't have a chance. Here comes Bruschi. Look at he's looking at McPhail. Then the ball comes through.
That's here somewhere. Good-looking, energetic young man. He's part of the spirit of this risk defense that New England is employing so effectively, and the pass overshoots McDuffie. Steve Israel is an extra defensive back in on the coverage, and 3 minutes 27 seconds left in the 4th quarter as Jimmy Johnson takes a peek at the scoreboard to his right.
If you analyze this ball game about the blitzes that some of the blitzes that weren't picked up, a lot of the blitzes weren't picked up by the offensive backs. They did not read safety.
Yeah, I would say the biggest problem for Miami today has been their backs have not picked up safeties coming up the middle.
4th and 10. Is O.J. McDuffie. Under normal circumstances, heading the other direction, that would have been an outstanding catch, but the juggling took him back toward the quarterback and a minimal gain.
Well, the coverage was so tight. O.J. McDuffie short of the first down when the ball hits him. Even if he'd have caught the ball, Steve Israel was right on him. He'd have tackled him short of the first down, but a good job of hustling, staying with it, and trying to make a play.
Now that play would be the cover page for the game from Marino. A completed pass, -1 yards on the play.
But it was thrown 12 yards down the field.
So the Patriots take over on downs at their own 44 with 3:16 to go. And it'll take a major mistake by New England now to deny them a very emotional win. Colors fumbles the ball, picked up by Byers of the Patriots. So Keith Byers in the right spot, big hit. The fumble created right to Byers.
Oh, Keith Byers busts the ball right in front of Miami's bench.
But the safeties for Miami coming up, I think it's Sean Wooden. It's Calvin Jackson, number 38, just comes up and delivers the blow and causes the fumble.
And then Byers got up and looked right at Jimmy Johnson on the Miami sidelines. And
is that who he was looking at?
I think he might have been.
I think he might have. That's a good point.
He's forgotten, not forgotten the fact that he was turned loose by Johnson last year. First down on the fumble. Mario Greer protecting the ball. Surrounded by Dolphins. Rodgers in on the tackle. Quarterback pressure. Houdini couldn't have escaped from some of those traps. And that takes it to the 2-minute warning, and they're starting to celebrate in Foxborough.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
Get the Super Bowl stuff to San Diego on time, and don't mess it up.
I'm on top of it.
I'm on top of the world, down on creation and
Need official Super Bowl merchandise? Go to superbowl.com.
Oh, no.
An IBM e-business.
In yet another torture test, we drained the oil from this car and added just this much Castrol Syntec. We then ran it over 100 miles per hour and waited and waited. You see, Syntec has a unique molecular structure that bonds to engine parts. And if a little Syntec can protect under these conditions, imagine what a full oil change can do. Castrol Syntec protects in ways other oils can't. And now, try Castrol Syntec Power System, a new kind of fuel system treatment.
Hope my car gets fixed today.
And my sink.
And my furnace. And my lawnmower. What? You idiot! You're gonna get us caught.
For the great taste that won't fill you up or let you down.
Eddie!
Make it a Bud Light.
Tonight at 8:30, 7:30 Central.
He's got a gun!
I need you to get me down the river. A vacation becomes a nightmare.
I can't believe this is happening.
Kevin Bacon, Meryl Streep.
This is not fun anymore.
Their only way out.
I'm gonna kill you.
I don't think so. Is down the River Wild tonight on the NBC Sunday Night Movie, 8:30, 7:30 Central.
An opportunistic Patriot defense, a pressuring defense on Marino, just suffocating him today. And then Derek Cullors and Greer with a carry. And he has a first down and stays in bounds at the 32. Zach Thomas made the tackle. One of the unsung heroes today is Derek Cullors. Cullors, starting for the second time in his career for the injured Curtis Martin, finished with 86 yards. Boy, that's beyond Pete Carroll's expectations for the entire team.
Well, he's excited not only about winning the game, the fact when they had to run the football in a lot of situations today, they accomplished that.
He said I'd be happy with 3 yards of carry.
Yes.
It looks as if New England will get a chance for some revenge when they go to Pittsburgh next week. Remember, they had Pittsburgh beaten 21-14, just a minute or so left, and mistake made by Bledsoe, a little short pass in the flat, intercepted. Pittsburgh scored, sent it into overtime. Steelers won 24-21. That'll be the matchup next Sunday. Or Saturday, rather. That's the Saturday game, and Denver will get a chance for their rematch at Kansas City. That one ended on a Stoyanovich 50-plus yard field goal that just skimmed over the crossbar in the final play.
And the one thing about this New England team, Dick and Paul, you know, they have a chance against anybody. When your defense consistently plays as well as New England's has, you can beat them on the road. They can beat Pittsburgh.
Look at Zach Thomas to the very play, diving, hoping that maybe the center had flinched with the ball. He's diving in there trying to knock it away.
He just tried to hit the, 14 points down. They're at 34 seconds. He's still trying to make a play. Look at this guy. I mean, if you don't love him, here comes, look at Zach. The ball is good.
Hey, I don't know.
Hey, I'm doing the best I can what I've got. You know what I mean?
I think you'd keep him around if you were going to make any heavy decisions in the off year.
That was a great play, man. If that ball, if he had timed it perfectly as the center would pick it up, he could knock it away.
Encroachment, slapping the ball by the defense. Inside of 40 seconds. Game is over.
Oh, so they run off the clock on the penalty. Game ends right there. 17-3. New England advances with a wild card win over the Miami Dolphins. Chance as the division winners in the East to move on in the playoffs, try to follow the path that took them to the Super Bowl a year ago from Miami. Time to go home, sit down, evaluate, make some very heavy decisions, and many may well surround that man, future Hall of Famer Dan Marino.
One thing about next week's playoff games is we've got 4 pretty good defensive football teams, and defenses get you to the Super Bowl.
Pete Carroll
didn't care.
The boyish-looking 46-year-old head coach of the Patriots, and he does have a boy-like enthusiasm that's very admirable. Let's go down to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Dick. Well, the man who broke the game wide open, Todd Collins. Todd, seemed as though you were in the right place at the right time. In fact, it seemed like New England was in the right place an awful lot of times the past couple of weeks. Tell us about the play, the touchdown that you took in.
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of the plays today. I think the defense has been making big plays all day today, and but it was just a slant pass, and you just get lucky. You pick up a few things through. You play a team 3 times. Some of their checks. It was actually a man coverage. I had the back, but you just get in the throwing lane, and he throws the ball. You just do your best to catch it.
How much did it help? You guys knew all of the audibles. Jimmy Johnson told us before the game, and all of the hand signals. How much were you guys able to take advantage? It seemed as though you did quite a bit.
Yeah, we did. They did change up a few of the audibles and got us on a few, but anything helps at this point, and I think that did have a little to attribute to making so few of the plays. So,
why have you guys been so successful against Dan Marino? He's thrown 100 and some odd passes against you guys this year, just 1 touchdown. Why so much success against a guy who has literally pulverized other defenses throughout his career?
I don't. Maybe you could attribute that to Sidwell, the calls. You know, when you get great calls and they put you in position to make plays, I think the guys are just are stepping up and making those plays right now. And I think that was the thing this year. You do a lot of a pressure. You know, he's not the best scrambler, but and when you do that, you don't want to get pressure on him. So I think that was a big thing that's helped us a lot.
On to Pittsburgh now. Kevin Henry, I'm sure, is on your mind. We look forward to the game next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. We got to go down there this year, so we'll be ready.
Congratulations to you, Todd. Let's send it back upstairs now to Dick Enberg.
All right, Jim Gray and Curtis Martin hopes that groin injury improves, that he can contribute. Bob Kraft leading the celebration. The Patriots advance, go to Pittsburgh next Saturday, and Miami continues to be frustrated in the postseason on the road. That's 7 consecutive losses on the road since they won Super Bowl 1974. The final, the Patriots 17, the Dolphins 3. Drew Bledsoe in New England still keep those Super Bowl dreams and hopes alive. Stay tuned for the Sun America postgame report coming up after these messages. For Phil Simms, Paul McGuire, Jim Gray, this is Dick Enberg. So long from Foxborough. Happy New Year, everybody.
Sun America post-game report
today. Why were they able to shut down Dan Marino, and how much, knowing the audibles and stealing the signals, as Jimmy Johnson has said, Pate, your come into play today, because it seemed like you guys were everywhere and they couldn't make any adjustments?
Well, we were real fortunate both games against them that we were able to continue to pressure, and we really didn't know if we would be able to today, but as it got going, it was there. So I thought Sid did a great job at just keep calling it and staying with the game plan, and it worked out quite well. So we're fortunate.
Is this defense capable of playing any better? I mean, this has been an awesome performance the last couple of weeks.
Well, this is kind of about as good as you hope you need to play here, but each week's a different week. We'll hope we can do it again.
Dan Marino today, 17 of 43, 141 yards, 9 hurries, 6 knockdowns, 4 sacks, 4 deflects, and 23 blitzes. Why have you guys been so effective against Marino? He's thrown 100 and some odd passes against you this year and just 1 interception.
I don't want to get him mad at us because we got to play him again next year. So we're just fortunate today, and really our players were so ready to play and so up for the last, really for about 6 weeks now. We've been really getting going, and I hope we can continue to build it and feel this intensity wherever we go. And Pittsburgh is obviously the big challenge here, and we got to get it up, take it on the road.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Pittsburgh. Yesterday in our meetings, you said, if we don't slip up in that game, we're the hottest team in the league, that we would really be on the roll.
I didn't say that. I said someone might think that, but I did not say that.
Well, someone might think that. So now you get a chance to go back into Pittsburgh and to correct that. And what about the Steelers?
It'll be extremely difficult. They're a tremendous football team. They had their week off. They're a championship team. We'll have our hands full. Absolutely. We had them here full right here in our place, so it'll be tough as can be.
A few weeks ago when things were on that downslide, did you ever anticipate that these things could pick up?
I can't remember back. What are you talking about?
You don't want to think about that?
No.
All right, Pete, congratulations. We look forward to Pittsburgh next Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it back to you, Greg Gumbel.
All right, Jim Gray, Pete Carroll, a very happy head coach indeed. And, let's put some markers on the table here. All season long, we've been talking about Pete Carroll and the kind of job that he has done in New England and that he would have to do following in the footsteps of Bill Parcells. And it has been questioned here on a number of occasions as to whether or not his approach has been the right one. As of this moment, you'd have to say, yeah, he's done a pretty good job.
And if anybody ever had the right to, and I told you so, it would be Pete Carroll and Bob Kraft for that matter as well, because they started off so hot early in the season. They went through the down cycle that a lot of teams do. The media all jumped in, said he's too soft, he's too this, he's not Bill Parcells. Pete Carroll never blew up. He never got mad at anybody. He stayed the course, and right now it's paying off for him.
Sam. And he's not Bill Parcells, and he's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be Pete Carroll. And to his credit, sometimes when you're getting all this barrage of free advice, you sometimes give in to it. Sometimes the most innovative thing you can do is stay the course. Know what you know is right and stay with it. And also, a real pat on the back to Pete Carroll to keep his players from reading the newspapers, believing or listening and have them affected by what they hear on television and the newspapers. That's a real plus for a coach if he can keep them focused.
Well, I think it was a bleak look for this football team. They were going to Jacksonville, if you remember back to that game. And I tell you what, without a running game, really, Curtis Martin's been hurt. You got to give Drew Bledsoe a lot of credit here, too, but he and Pete Carroll both. But they went down to Jacksonville. I thought that was a guts win in Jacksonville. And then, because I didn't really give them much of a chance at that point.
I agree.
They turn around and come back and go to Miami last week. And I tell you, that was my pick last week. I didn't think they could do it. They went down there, and I know, Chris, you get a kick out of that.
Yeah, I enjoy that when you lose.
I say that both these, the coaching staffs and Drew Bledsoe carrying it predominantly for himself on offense, I think those were two great wins, turned things around.
And you know what? It's a further pat on the back for Pete Carroll and his team. We talked in the pregame show about how very important Dave Meggett was to this team. Meggett went out in the first half with a groin pull. He did not return. Derek Culler stepped in, 22 carries, 86 yards today in New England's 17-3 win over Miami. A timeout here. The Sun America postgame report continues after this.
Adamstown.